If you're looking for exclusive content, please don't look any further than joining the Trap Talk Patreon family. Some of the best reptile keepers in this industry are part of the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you connect to a Discord. You can also tap into an Instagram group chat, connect with some of the most diverse keepers we have in the reptile hobby today. Shout out to my Patreon members and be ready for Trap Fest 2026. It's going to be one of the biggest events yet. Find all information again in the very first link in the description below. And again, thank you so much to all my fellow Patreon members out there.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, coolest reptile network in the world. Welcome to episode 783, new breed on the block with Terry of Ideal Pythons in the house. This is going to be an amazing episode, guys. If it's your first time listening in, what is good? Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, select all. You'll be reminded of every episode released out of the network 7 days a week. You'll never miss a beat, especially on these banging Monday nights with me and, of course, Big E, Top G, Bill Arena Reptiles in the fucking building. Oh, great. You guys can hear me, right? That wasn't me? All right. Big E's. Audio's not big audio right now. It's actually not existing. Here he is. He's back. Big E, Top G, Bill Arena Reptiles. Are we there?
I ain't deaf.
Okay.
I'm like, I can't hear anything. Something's going on. I can't hear him talk. He never makes mistakes with intros and shit. So
what's up, bro? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
You're coming off a three-peat.
Yeah, no, actually, Trap Fest, then 3 straight shows. Wow. And your boy hit the gym at least 3 times each week. That's why I call, in some ways, I call myself a psycho, man. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah. I was just telling you, man, when I need my sleep, I need my sleep. I don't give a fuck. I don't push myself to do anything, but doing the gym is so crucial. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Blessed, bro. Did really, really good in Florida those 3 weeks. Happy, blessed. Now I'm going on vacation. So
well deserved, dude.
Yeah.
Badass. When do you leave?
Sunday morning we fly to Seattle.
Okay, cool. So you got all this week to prepare, get your shit ready.
Yeah, I gotta get Bosa ready for a few things, and yeah, I gotta get the animals ready for me being gone 9 days. Certain things I want to do with the Crebos, feed them on that last day, you know, clean them. You know, you got to clean them twice, sometimes 3 times a week. So
yeah, but you love them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to Bosa, man. So Bosa's your guy, huh? While you're gone, he's holding it down for you.
That's Villarino Reptile's right hand, pretty much.
Henchman.
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool. Is he doing the rodents while you're gone too?
Yes.
Damn. Now that right there.
Yeah. I'm mainly gonna have him do the rodents. The animals will be fine, you know. So
that's good. Overall, how'd you do vending wise? Well, what's your assessment of the 3 weeks you did vending? Are you happy or?
Well, I'm very happy. Yeah, very happy. We moved a bunch of animals. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, so, and then you have a bunch being you know, cooking in the incubator right now, right? How many clutches you got?
I have 9 actually. 9. I got some MBKs cooking too.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and things are coming. I'm expecting 71 to 76 clutches, something, and you know, there's some question marks still, but that's it. I'm done ultrasounding. Maybe pair one more time, if anything, for stuff that's questionable. Yeah, looking forward to just shutting down that aspect and just waiting on eggs.
So whatever's meant to go this year, it's meant to go. It's
you know how it is. Yeah.
Sealed. Yeah.
You can't just keep trying something that's just not going to happen. You know?
Yeah. No, 100%, dude. I'm excited for tonight's guest, man. You plugged up Terry of Ideal Pythons. What do we have in store for tonight?
A lot of sunset.
Oh, perfect.
Terry's a cool dude, man. We've ended together in Tucson. I've seen him for a good minute. He's always been a very outgoing dude.
Nice.
He's got some nice projects, Monarch stuff, sunset stuff. So yeah, man, it was time to bring him on.
Has I know Sunset Ultramel has been made. Has Monarch Sunset stuff been made yet?
No, that's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I believe it's gonna be a lot darker.
Yeah.
You know, with the dark stuff, Monarch. We'll ask him what he thinks, but with the more you think about it, when it comes to the dark jeans, the Monarch stuff comes out completely different.
Yeah, I mean, Justin put some shit out a couple weeks ago or something, and I was just like, my jaw just hit the ground, bro.
Yeah.
And Justin's quiet about his Monarch stuff. Like, he's working it, trust me, we know. And I just feel like anytime he puts that shit out, it's like, oh fuck, man, that shit's smoking. So
yeah,
Monarch.
I know a lot of people have said that they're similar jeans. The more you see combos,
they're not.
They're not. They're just not, bro. They're completely different. I think we've said it before. They should stop comparing them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I feel like that era is well and done with. The whole team, Ultramel, Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously are on completely different playing levels. So to each their own. I mean, either way, Ultramel's killing it. Monarch's on its way, I feel like. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Before we get into things, just want to remind you guys, Trap Talk is 7 days a week. That's right. On this network, you get a brand new episode every day of the week. You can listen to all these episodes on all major audio platforms. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, all the major ones. Please, wherever you want to listen to any of these, go after it on the audio platforms. You can listen to all from the current to the beginning episodes on Trap Talk. So wherever you listen to any of these, thank you so much for the support. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, ZoomEd, the #1 reptile brand in the reptile industry, just shy of 50 years. Get your next reptile product at ZoomEd.com. One of the latest products I like the most is the Slither Sense, and you can find all latest products in the description below. So scroll down, check them out, and just make sure you get that next reptile product at ZoomEd.com. And you can follow ZoomEd on Instagram and on YouTube. Shout out to ZoomEd and the entire ZoomEd team. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by KINOVA, Reptiles, and Clutch, the #1 ball python organization app in the game. If you're coming into this game, you got to be organized. You got to stay cutting edge. Got to stay looking fresh, and Clutch helps you with all that. So thank you so much to Clutch, the entire Clutch team. Lot of new announcements coming with Clutch this year, so stay tuned. But for now, guys, make sure you go down in the description below. You can try Clutch out free for 30 days, and definitely highly recommend it, man. So thank you so much, Clutch. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Focus Cube Habitats, #1 PVC enclosures in the game. Everything you see behind me are 3x2x2 PVC design enclosures by Stephen and Ashley out of Texas. And looking forward to placing my next Focus Cube Habitat order here pretty soon. I usually get about 1-2 orders in a year. So it's about that time, ready to get my second order in. And yeah, guys, I highly recommend going to focuscubehabitats.com, and you can select from 30 plus different enclosures from their website. So thank you so much, Stephen and Ashley over at Focus Cube Habitats. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by, where is it? How come I can't find Mark Bailey? That's so weird. Oh, there he is. Jesus. I was like, where'd he go? Mark Bailey Reptiles, man. Shout out to my man, Mark Bailey. Head over to Morph Market, type in Mark Bailey Reptiles. Check out all the cutting edge, high-end ball python projects that my man, Mark Bailey, has been putting out. 40 plus years, full-time reptile keeper. He's definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite ball python breeder to ever walk this earth. He's helped your boy out tremendously in all areas in life. It's my dog. Shout out to Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Again, follow him on Morph Market. Find the link in the description below. And then last but not least, shout out to the Morph Market. Get your next reptile at morphmarket.com. You can select from so many different breeders that Morph Market loves to spotlight and represent. And you're safe with Morph Market when it comes to purchasing that next reptile. And you're definitely safe when it comes to getting your next shipping label, because it is the cheapest rates in the reptile hobby, hands down, when it comes to shipping your animals. And you can ship directly from Morph Market's website. You can also buy supplies as far as shipping goes. They do it all. Morph Market, one-stop shop, man. So shout out to Morph Market. All right, Big E, you ready to bring on Terry of Ideal Pythons or what?
Let's do it.
All right, man, you guys are in for a treat. So do me a favor. Do what you got to do to get your mind right, and do what you got to do to stay hydrated. Episode 783, Terry, Ideal Pythons in the house. Let's go. Gee.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes, exclusive.
Oh,
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crowd, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
and we're live, episode 783. Welcome, Terry Ideal Pythons. What up, Terry?
What's going on?
Good, man. You hear us all right?
Yes, sir. What, can
All
you
right,
hear me?
man. Yeah, we
Everything
hear
good?
you good, bro. We hear you good. Welcome to Trap Talk, bro. Good to have you here.
Thank you. It's a blessing. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
What up?
Emilio has nothing but good things to say about you, bro.
I love it. I love
So
it, man. It's
I'm here to verify that, okay? I'm just kidding.
no, hey, I mean that's what this is for. It's been a long time. I've been breeding for quite some time now. I need to put that what do you call it? Your face to the name, you know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's get to it, man. I mean, I'm just now kind of really tapping in with what you have going on. You definitely have some really nice projects, even Sunset. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hate, man. So can we talk about how long you've been in the game and whatnot?
Yeah. So I would say I started before COVID, right? Just like everybody, I started with a passion of reptiles, of animals of all sort, really. Like I grew up doing all kinds of things. My best friends were doing 4-H with animals. They were showing pigs, showing horses, cows, cattle. We were making our own jerky, slaughtering our own chickens. So I grew up really like, I once I got to that life and grew up, I was breeding fish in like horse troughs, like doing all kinds of cool stuff, right? Just getting the breeding going.
Sick.
Then as time goes, I don't know, I wasn't, snakes weren't my thing. I was kind of afraid of them, to be honest. And then like just seeing like other people on YouTube, of course, Brian Barczyk, seeing Billy Rose, like I just started seeing like more like YouTube channels pop up, and then on my For You page, and next thing you know, your passion just ignites and takes off. And I've always been a collector, so like I love having like a good collection of like whether it's jewelry, if it's firearms, if it's nice designer clothing, whatever it was. As a kid, I was young, I would shuffle money into here, shuffle money in there, so I learned how to build that collection over time, right? And that kind of just goes hand in hand with falling right into doing the snakes. I absolutely love doing the snakes. It was just, once I got into it, it was like I just had a pet corn snake, and then I had a couple garters, and it was the coolest thing because I was starting to breed my garters. I had them in like these big tanks, and I put these perches up for them and these like fake backgrounds and these little ponds, and would put minnows in them and stuff. And then so the mom, like, she would come down from the perch and she would eat, and like, so naturally, before I even got into breeding, I was just already loving just having reptiles in general, like, you know what I mean? So then I got like having a live birth. That was really cool, right? Because the garters do live births. So taking like my little garter in my hand, and then taking like a little minnow and then like hand feeding it, and like watching it, like I don't know, it was just cool. Like as a kid, and then growing up, it was fun. And then naturally, like I really thought it was cool. Like I got into ball pythons. My buddy, he was kind of doing it at the time. So like he sold me a couple snakes. And I was like, hey, dude, I've had this girl from you for like a few months. She's eating like crazy and she went off food. I think she's pregnant. And like I knew nothing about breeding at the time. Like I still had them in like tubs with heat pads. I didn't even have tanks or racks. That was probably 2019, because I was probably actually the end of 2018, because 2019 I bought my first ARS rack.
Damn, badass. So it was your boy working with ball pythons what really kind of sparked your interest when you saw him working with them?
Yeah, well, to be honest, yeah. So I went to go make some money over at my buddy's house, and he showed me some like, hey, this snake's worth this much. Hey, this snake's worth this much. And he goes pulling them out. I'm like, you mean to tell me like this whole room is just full of snakes worth that? And he's like, yeah, like this is what. And so, man, it was like I went home with 7 of them.
Hey, that was Zach.
Oh no, this was a buddy, like a buddy that you don't really like. What do you call them? Like, not shadow breeders, but the people who supply the shadow breeders, the people who don't really like to be known on any social medias. They don't like sales. They don't like the hidden gems, so to speak. I met a few of those actually at first. They were kind of like mentors, but like not really ish.
You're in Florida, Terry?
No, I'm in Arizona.
Oh shit. Okay, you're closer to me. Nice.
Yeah. It's a hot day. I was gonna wear my shirt and I was like, it's too hot. I'm sweating. So
yeah, it's definitely cooking over there in Arizona. I mean, it's cooking here right now in San Diego. What's your weather right now, Big E?
It was like 90, 92 today. Yeah, it's hot. It was hot. We have a heat advisory.
Damn.
Yeah.
Epic.
How about you, Terry?
Yeah, it's hot. In Arizona, they said it's got the earliest that it's been like as hot as it is. Like it's getting up to 110, like earlier than any year it's ever gotten to it. Like basically, it just got hotter quicker, is what they were saying.
And where are you exactly? What's the closest major city to you?
Major city would be Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
So he's in the heat. He's in it.
I'm about an hour away from Phoenix. I'm a little up north, so I'm kind of in the cooler. I'm about 10 degrees, 15 degrees on a good day cooler than Phoenix, but it still gets 105, 106 like right now.
Yeah, it's been at least 2-3 years since we really didn't have a real winter here. I mean, it happens because where I live, but anytime winter seems to skim over us, we have the fucking hottest summers, dude. And the fact that we're already getting 86, 87 in June.
Yeah.
July is gonna suck. August is gonna suck. September is gonna suck. October is gonna suck. Our summer does not end till like December here in San Diego. So, but then again, when I say it sucks, like I'm talking mid 80s to like high 80s, which to Big E, he ain't tripping off that. And we don't have humidity like fucking Florida does, because when you have humidity with 90s, it's like fucking 100. It feels like 100.
Yeah.
And it's dry as shit where you're at, right, Terry? It's dry in Arizona, right?
It's dry, but like literally this week has been monsoon season, so we're getting like up, like because I'm a little up north, we're getting hammered with Joel from State 48. I'm like really close to him.
Yeah, dude. Oh, okay. Oh, sick. Okay, so the first time I ever explored, and I'm not saying I spent days down there, but me and my boy Matt Summers, we drove to Joel's house to do a podcast.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, we were in the mountains, and I was like, bro, this is fucking nice. Like I was so blown away. And then we went to Joel's, I guess his new house that he bought at that time, and it was in the fucking woods. And I was like, this is Arizona. Like I thought there was cactus and dirt and fucking like you know what I mean? How you see in the movies? Like I was like, I thought that's what Arizona was like, almost like New Mexico, but nah, man. There's some fucking mountain type vibes up in Arizona, which I like.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you get like snow. Like we get snow. Like there's been years where we got like a foot of snow. Like there's been years where we get monsoon season comes in, and my mom's house flooded like crazy, where we had like knee high flooding. Like I'm talking like you could open the front door and you just see people's cars flying down the frickin'. Like it's gotten bad. It's that was years ago when I was a kid, but I mean like there's years where it can do that.
San Diego has the best weather in the country. When I go to Trap Fest and I open the airport doors open and I go out there, I'm like, what the fuck is bro? I can't believe what I'm feeling.
Amelia walks out and says, no wonder MJ's always talking shit about other people's weather.
Bro, every single time, because you're expecting, it kind of looks like where I'm from, but when you go outside, you're like, holy shit, it hits me. I'm like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I love you, Emilio, but no offense, San Diego's our people on the streets aren't like your guys.
No, I know, but I mean, sunny,
No, I feel you. Yeah.
It pains me a little bit.
It probably works good though for the reptiles, that high humidity, regardless.
Yeah, I love.
Oh my god, yeah, for sure.
When I was in Arizona, I felt like I was in an oven the whole time.
Dude, well, and it's so hard to keep our rooms humidified because we're at 16% naturally. Like, it's so awful. It's so dry. You know what I mean? Like one of the biggest nightmares you have to worry about out here is keeping your airflow not stagnant. You know what I mean? With like keeping your airflow through your room.
Well, let's talk about how you do that in your reptile room. How are you dealing with humidity in your actual room?
So I usually use I can go to Home Depot and get like big humidifiers. They carry 2.5. I think when Fallen Angels was on here, he was talking about it. Ken, he was saying that he has it's got like 2 5-gallon buckets you fill up and you put them in, shuts it, and then it's got these fans that just humidify the whole room.
What? I haven't seen that one. I use an air care humidifier, which I think it's 5-gallon.
Yeah, no, dude, go to Home Depot and get that one, because it's like you can turn the machine on and literally, like, if you were to close your door within like not even 5-10 minutes, you can go from like 16% all the way to 60%, like within because you got 2 5-gallon reservoirs that you just slide in the back and it empties into it, and then they use these filters in this fan and it pushes it up. It's like $180 at Home Depot, so you just go down there and you grab. Sometimes not every state carries them, so you just order it to the store. But I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at that I'm trying to look that up now. I don't
I'll have
see
to send you the link for it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to send me the link, because that might actually sound more. But also too, the air care has a thing where it doesn't put the particles in the air. Like it actually like puts out clean air or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you want clean air, but
yeah. So okay, so you use the humidifier in your room to keep the humidity up. How often are you filling yours up?
If daily, well, I would say every 2 days you could probably go. You got to be careful. You don't want to overdo your room, but with this machine specifically, it's got 3 settings, so you can do like 1, 2, 3, and then it has an automatic shut off. So like it knows, like setting 1, it knows it's only going to go to a certain like amount of humidity in the room, and then it'll shut off. Like,
I mean, it sounds like the air care unit. Kind of.
It basically is like, I'm pretty sure that might even be the same brand. I don't remember. It's been a while since I bought one. It's like 2 years because I've had the same one. But I'll look into it and then I'll send you the link for it. But,
yeah, I'm curious. Yeah.
But going back to kind of the story, because I kind of looped out of there. That was my fault. Going back to a little bit about like, when I first started, I started with $500 and a dream in my mom's backyard. And I, just like everybody who's the come up story, right? Like the true come up story. I could sit here and tell you the amount of friends I lost, the amount of friends who called me crazy. I could tell you the amount of family that I didn't like, like never paid attention to me my whole life. And I started then like start making some traction and some motion and start texting me about how you doing, this and that. And like, they were the cool cousins growing up, never acknowledged me. And then I get older and I start whipping, $100,000 trucks and $60,000 cars. And they're like, oh, whoa, hey, how you doing, bro? Like, what's going on? It's so, and then like, I could tell you the amount of, I have a lot of kids and I have a lot of baby moms, and a lot of it is to do with, growth, personal growth as a man and knowing where you're wrong. But I do feel like a big part of like losing each one of those good women that I lost was because of the grind, dude. Not just the grind, but the dedication, the obsession. Like most people, like I'm not gonna name names. There's a lot of people in here though that just get handed money that can go buy stuff. Got investors, no shame on nobody's game, bro. Like I ain't got no shame, no hate. But be real, I built this from nothing, like ground up, a dream. Like I let nothing get in my way. I let nobody get in my way. And I hate saying this because I'm a family man. I got a lot of girls. Like I have daughters. I love my daughters. I will do anything for them.
How many daughters you got, Terry?
Huh?
How many daughters you got?
So I got 5, and we're expecting 6.
Wow. Well, congrats on the 6, but holy.
So you're a female maker, huh?
He's a female maker.
We were talking about that today.
Yeah. For sure, bro. For sure. I wish I could have a boy. I'm trying. If I could just one boy, that would be
a blessing. I think
boy. We haven't found out the gender of this one yet, so we're waiting until I think next week or so. So we're hoping for a boy, but one of the nurse technicians took a peek on the ultrasound and she didn't see nothing. So we're like, damn. I guess I'm a female maker.
Excellent, Papo. You're like bananas, dog.
I'm a banana, bro.
But you're a high-end banana, because high-end banana, you make female makers. There you go, bro. So you're not alone one.
You should see my daughters. They're beautiful, dude. Because I got two Mexican girls. I got one half black girl. I got 2 white girls, and then now the third one. And I'm not saying it as like trying to be racist. I'm saying like they're no matter where, who, or what, they're beautiful little girls. Like,
they're all beautiful.
My family will tell you, dude. They joke with me hey, what's next flavor? What's this? What's the next? Dude, that I can sit here and tell you my whole life. Man.
Shit,
bro.
I
had my first kid in middle school, so I'll put that in perspective for you. I was
damn dog.
Wow.
Were you smashing your
14.
teachers? What were you doing?
No, so my baby mom's was in high school and I was in middle school, and so we had the
Oh,
school.
shit.
The schools were right next to each other, so she could walk every day to my school, and I'd
Oh
walk her
my
home. And
Hey,
then,
I don't blame you though. Okay, if I remember this like it was yesterday when I was in middle school, high school girls were fucking banging to me like, and again,
that was the
out of my
coolest, like,
league. I'll never. My sister was 2 years older than me, and so she would bring her friends over to the house, and I would never stand a chance. So if you were in
Right.
middle school bagging high school girls, bro, you must have had some serious game.
They were usually
it's
going
that
for
PHENOME,
the older men, you know, or the older
Right.
guys.
Well, I have always been with older women. That's just kind of my thing. But like at the same time, I'm not against, someone closer to my age. But one of
Yeah.
my like I'm 26 now, and I had one of my 2-year-olds. Her baby mom. She was 30 when we had a kid together, and I was like 24, 20. So like, yeah, I've
Yeah,
always had older. Yeah, older women.
you like a mature dude. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, and
Shit.
I worked at a bar as security for 4 years on and
Oh
off.
my god.
So I baby mama 2 of the bartenders. That's just how that went. And they both hate me now. They both fucking hate me, and that's just what it is. Literally, all I can do is sit here and laugh. Like, you have no idea the amount of discussions that we have, like, about it. All me and my family.
Hey, as long as you're a good dad, nothing else matters, bro.
Bro,
I mean,
I love my girls. Like, I have all of them tattooed. I got their footprints. Like, I love
That's
my
awesome.
girls. Like, they're on my heart, for sure. And like,
That's
I
beautiful.
spend 4 days out of the 7 with my kids, and during the summers I get them more. So I definitely spend a lot of time. I took my baby moms to court because she wouldn't let me see them for a period of time, and it's fixing to be like that with 2 of the other moms because they're starting to act like that too. So.
Well, I
It is
appreciate
what
you.
it is. I will go show up to court. I will go and do the drug test. I'll do the parenting classes. I'll do it all because my kids to me are more important than anything. Like literally, I don't I don't mean to be like morbid or wrong, but like I don't. Life for me is like fulfilling. I've already lived life, dude. I've had a great. I could tell you some stories. I've lived life great, even being young, dude. Like at this point, it's for my kids, and at this point, anything great, anything good that happens is just like the bonus on top. Like, and that's why I love doing the snake things. No matter how many people come and try to tell me I can't breed this snake or I can't do this or what you're doing is crazy, you should just sell out. It doesn't make sense. Like one of my baby moms, she was hardcore into this with me. My second baby moms, she was hardcore into this with me, and we loved it. And like, but it was getting away where it was like it was the very beginning of the business. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have any friends. I wasn't making sales. I was barely even understanding how to breed or temperatures. Like I had some racks and some snakes, but I knew I had a vision and I knew I wanted to go somewhere. But there was like a point where her mom sat me down and she's like, hey, we can just get rid of him all. We can all just like, you know what I mean? It's putting stress on your guys' relation. And I'm just like crying, dude. I'm like bawling my eyes out. Like, I can't give up on this. And you know how many moments I've had exactly like that since? Like how many of the exact moments with different people? Like even my grandma, who's one of my biggest supporters, my grandma and my grandpa. And it's like, they've supported me for years. And they're just like, hey, like, you got to make this work. Like this better work or this and that. And like, but there's been years where I've made more money in my life in 1 year than they've probably ever made during at all. Like, and no hate on the 9 to 5, no hate on the game of any sort. And I respect my grandma, I respect my grandpa because that's who raised me and that's how I grew up. Right. I'm a grandma baby for sure. But I definitely know that like what I had a vision for was going to come to life. Like I said, $500 in a dream, and now I'm at a point where I probably have $300,000 in snakes. I got at least 60 to 100,000 in rack systems. I got facilities that I've built, brand new electrical, brand new epoxy flooring, paint, lighting systems. Like I've been doing this. I got delivery, vans that I've been doing this for so many years now that I'm even contracted with a couple pet stores in Phoenix where I go and just offload rodents. I sell to breeders too, like me. I sell to pet stores that aren't contracted with me that just pick up once in a while. I sell to all so that's where a lot of the bread and butter money comes. That's where your rent money comes, your bill money, your pallet money, all your food money is your rats for me. Like I was on a live about a year and a half ago with Kyle Hoffman, and he was big telling me about how, oh man, the rats is a big money in this. And I was already going in that direction and expanding. But for the last 2 years since that, I've just been nonstop expanding the rodents. I've nonstop, and I bought a van specifically built just to transport rodents. Like we insulated the van inside of it. We put like some nice panel board, some trim around it, made it look all good. I got an inverter back there for the AC unit back there, and like I got these shelving units. Like, dude, it's wonderful. Like I absolutely
So you
love this.
you sling hella rodents then. That's a big part of what you do.
For sure, for sure. I've been slacking the last month or so. I mean, like when everybody gets burnt out and has that mental dip moment where you're like,
Oh
I've
yeah.
been doing this for 5, 6 years now. I've produced over 400 or 500 ball pythons. And when you become a one-man band, and you have that many kids and you want to be an active father, it's like, dude, I'll go to work, or I'll go to, like, let's say an average day, I'll get up, right, like, and I'll clean up the house, do whatever I got to do, and then I'll hang out with the kid for a little bit. Let's say the wife's pregnant and she was on bed rest the last couple of weeks, so she wasn't feeling super good. So, of course, I'm going to try to be Superman and take care of the kids also and help out there. And then as soon as I go pick my kids up from one of my other baby moms, I bring them home from 4 to 9. By 9 o'clock, I'm back into town where my facility's at. So I go and I'm working till 3 or 4, sometimes 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll sleep for a few hours till like noon. And then I'll wake up and then, you know what I mean? Boom, I'll start it all over again. Get my kids, clean up, do this, that, and then I'll go and drop them off at 9, go to work all night. Like some days, dude, I don't sleep for freaking 40 hours a day, like 40 hours at a time. Like I'll stay up and just, my mind's like, I'm hallucinating at a certain point. Not like, because when you have 600 to 1,000 rodents breeding and you have 200 snakes and you're trying to breed them, but also, you know what I mean, like not slack anywhere, then you got to make sure you're doing the posting. Then you got to make sure like you're getting your merchandise, you're getting your shirts, like then you got to make sure you're doing your shows, right? You're vending, like, but so as a father, I'm in my 20s and I'm like, this is grind mode, this is go season. And if like a female or anybody can't get on board with that, like I'm a true entrepreneur. Like I'm gonna pull an Aussie after this. Like as soon as I get a good year or two with some like real profit, like some good profit, I'm gonna go straight into duplexes and quadplexes. Because out here, I don't need a real estate license of any sort to buy and own property and then get a contract, notarize it, and lease it out. Basically, like leasing cars. It's just so. I'm gonna go straight into real estate too. And then, but the thing about the snakes is, no matter what, I'll never, never, never ever get out of this. I tell my girls until I'm old and I can't reach the top snake no more, then that's when I pass the torch and it's your guy. Like, so having this many kids, I tell them, hopefully one of you like this, because this is a big passion of your dad's, and I don't expect any of them to pick it up, but if they do and get up into it, my daughter, my oldest, she's 11 now, and she's really getting into it. And at one of the last shows, man, you should have seen it. We had this moment where I had like, my daughter pulled out the snake out of the display for this little girl, the first time she ever held a snake, and she was terrified. And my little girl's over here showing this little girl, and they were about the same age. And you should see my daughter's face just light up from the excitement of like being able to like give this little girl her first experience with a reptile. And it was like me and my wife were sitting there, and I almost cried. It was like emotional, just like, whoa, that's why we do this. Like, to some people, it sounds stupid, right? Like, oh wow, you guys just breed reptiles. Some people don't even understand how much work goes into it either. But it's like, really, this is something. It's not just reptiles for me. This is like a part of my identity. This is a part of who I am. Like when I found this, like, don't get me wrong, being a father is like one of the best things in the world, and I'll never ever. You guys are fathers, you know what I mean? You guys know, right?
Well,
So
Biggie's a grandpa, bro.
I don't got to tell you. I don't got to tell you. I don't got to preach it to you, but you get my point. Like,
I get it.
But the snakes gave me a purpose and identity, and it got me out of doing bad shit, man. It got me out of the streets. It got me out of doing bad stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing, hanging out with the wrong people, getting into trouble, doing things it got me out of that. It gave me a purpose. And ever since the snakes, I've never looked back. And I do this full time. Like people like, that's why I'm like, all right, I'm at a point where I need to put like, I need people to know this. Like, I need people to know that I'm not just a reptile breeder who's trying to make a buck. I could care less, dude. If I profit, cool. Like, I don't really care. Like, the snakes, if I break even, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? The rats, I've profited so much because I started with $400 in rats, and I spent 20 grand on caging, and I probably spent 20 grand on the facility. But I've made way more than that on the rodents over the years if you do weekly and count it all up. However, that's all bill money. That's all, like, I've also lived on it. I also like paid employees. Like, speaking of which, this week I'm actually bringing on another employee, because I'm at that point where it's like, okay, it's about to be hatchling season. I'm going to do another 30 pairings. I've already had almost 8 clutches. Like, okay, the rat, I made room in my new facility for another rack or two for rodents. So we're going to produce a few more. Like, I could never produce enough rodents. I wish I could go bigger. If I had more time, space, and money, or if I would have known that that was how it was going to go, I would have shifted some of the money I invested in the snakes into the rodents. Not that I wouldn't have wanted to go hard on it, but you can make so much fast money on the rodents that I could have inevitably just took it back and put it in there anyways. But
Yeah.
you learn it, you live and you learn. I've been doing this so long, dude. I can tell you, I made some big mistakes, like we all have, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know from firsthand, I know Emilio does too. You know, the rodents could be something you could turn into something huge, but disasters could happen with that. You know, like if the
Right.
wrong thing goes on, like the wrong employee or something, bro. I mean, the rodents is a real grind. Like there's a reason why not everyone does it, because it's one of the hardest things you could fucking do. But once you get a system, dude, it's like, man, it's like a well-oiled machine.
Well, so I met okay, so you guys know I don't know if you know it, but it's a big franchise. And I'm not, I usually don't like name dropping, but I met this guy named Jimmy Witt, and he's the one of the guys who started Scales and Tails. It's a huge franchise, like he's got like 30 stores across America. It's aside from like PetSmart being it's a big franchise for like a mom and pop type deal. Anyways, I met up with him and I bought out his breeding rodent racks and all his ARS. I bought out a bunch of stuff. This was a couple years ago. But he explained it to me perfectly one evening when me and my dad went down there. My dad was the hugest naysayer of this, right? And then all of a sudden, like I took him to this dude's house, and dude we pull up to his $1 million house, Corvettes in the garage, like 4-car garage, multiple. He's like, yeah, this is my cheap car. I'm like, dude, freaking nice bedroom, mother-in-law house, like just beautiful. Like, and he's just telling me it's like, like his 40 years of experience. And the best way he put it was, he says, he's like, breeding reptiles is been the biggest thing for me in my life, and it's been basically what I said, and the identity and all the yada yada. He's like, but he's like, you got to understand, when you're breeding the reptiles, you got to breed what? The rodents. Well, all these reptile breeders, specifically in our industry, there's a huge influx of people coming in and out all the time, right? But you
Right.
got to think that there's a small percentage of those people jumping in that want to breed rodents, and then there's an even smaller percentage of those people who breed rodents to sell. And when he said it like that, it clicked. And I was like, holy moly. Like I took those ARS racks home, filled them with like as soon as I could over the time and the months, and started going, making all these contacts and like getting all these stores as numbers and doing all these like, little deals and breeders and this and that. And like, so it really opened up a lot of things for me. So I can sit here and not make any money with snakes and still have a full good living, like on this with this many children on rodents. However, you also, like me, this is why I really want to do for the snakes, right? Like I really would like to get to a point. I've invested a quarter, if not more, $1 million into the snakes, just myself, like, and then my wife, and like with all of us as a team, like, dude, we've put so much into this. It's like, and for it to not work with just this point would be like, I would refuse it.
Yeah.
I don't care who tries to kick me out. I don't care what controversial gene I work with. I don't care who says what. I will literally be the next day. Hey, guess what? You want to see this cool snake right here? Check it out. I'm about to breed this male. Like like I got shots right now at a freaking quad visual, and I'm like so excited about it. Like, so it's just it don't matter to me who stands in my way or who tries to say no, like, I'm sorry, but this is like my dream. This is what I love doing. This is like my passion. It's more than that. It's my identity. It's who I am. It's what I do.
Well,
Yeah.
let me interrupt you for a minute because
I'll talk all day.
What I want the viewers to get from everything you've just said is that you're fully recession proof when it comes to your pairings. If a high-end snake takes a little longer to sell, or any of it, anything with the snakes, you got a freaking rodent delivery system. It's fucking amazing. That's what I took from everything you said, and that's what a lot of people should be doing out there. Not a rodent delivery company or taking over a city, but like producing all the rodents and having extra in the freezer and being ready for all the production. You're ready for everything.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not that there's not other rodent breeders out here too, because there's a lot. There's quite a bit actually, but there's so many reptile. Like there's Arizona, it's a big reptile state. There's room out here for all of us to make money. Anybody could come in and snipe a sale. It's not gonna bug me because guess what? Next week Cindy Lou's gonna need 100 more. Like it's just how that's how it works. Everybody needs rodents, whether it's for snakes, whether it's for a different. I mean, how many different animals or reptiles alone? Heck, I've had somebody in Chino Valley one time a couple years ago buy ASFs from me because because they were training their owls. Like they had owls that were like service, so hawks and shit. Like they had birds that they were training, dogs, and like, and they would train it with the hawk, like the rat. It was just the wildest thing to me. But I was like, wow, it was cool. Like you never know what you're gonna sell rodents for, is what I'm saying.
I mean, anyone I know who've been doing rodents for a while successfully ends up bagging clients that get 1,000 a month, or like, you know, like, or you get some sort of contracts with zoos or fucking big things out there, which that's what the rodents could bring you. But then again, like as soon as you fall off, they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. That's
yeah.
the hard part. But I mean, if you're, and I don't mean to throw shade on anybody, but I've been to some people's, and I'm not even going to say here in states, because I've also been to other people's in different states. I've been to other collections and just not. But I've been to some people's rodent rooms, and man, dude, you can't even breathe in there. The pneumonia is so high.
Oh
like,
yeah. No,
like,
see, I don't like that. No way.
So what I'm going at is like some people don't even have great quality rodents. So when I was talking to these pet stores, like most people out here, they're selling rats for like $250, like small out here for a rat, right? Well, I'm selling it for $375 to the pet stores because they don't care. They're gonna sell it for $750. They don't. The reason why they don't care is because they're trying to make a buck, right? So they're gonna go and they just want quality. They don't care about what your price is. Because to me, that's like, hey, I'm making buku bucks for a small, right? Because I go sell 100 smalls a week to that one store, and then they got 3 stores, and now I'm doing, and they want 100 of each size, and it's like, so I'm making good money off of each check for whatever, right? Like, but the thing is like, you got to remember, well, how much money goes into your labor, bedding, Missouri, your own blend of food, water, electricity. Like I just built a brand new building and I bought this van. All in the same couple of months, I built a brand new facility that I probably dropped 20 to 30 grand on. Bought a van that we probably dropped like, I think it was like 15, 20. It's a 2020 Nissan NV, but anyway, so right all in the same time, just dropping all this money on these rodents because I know regardless in the year, like no matter who I'm selling to, no matter what client it is, or if he goes to this guy for a couple months and then comes back. You hear the thing in Arizona too is we have a lot of rodent breeders who all of a sudden, oh shit, one of my AC units took a shit, and guess what? Their whole room's gone. Now everybody's coming to me, and I can't even supply them. I could try, but guess what? I already have my normal clients. And then like, if you want me to add you, sure. Now I need to produce another rack just for each, like these 3 clients, like. So then it gets to that point of where people do act really crazy over the rodents, dude. Like people get angry with you, and I get it. Like I get it. There's been some weeks where, like, you know, like you can slack a little bit, or if I have kids, I got a kid's soccer game, or I got this, or I got personal things in life happening, right? Like when the wife was on bed rest, I didn't want to go sharing that information, but it was like, you know, hey, dude, like I'm not gonna make it, or just things happen, whatever it is, you know, and. But you do got to be the best that you can be, and you got to try hard. And that's why I wanted to hire another employee again, was because I know I'm at that point where I need that second set of hands. I can only do so much. I can only sleep deprive myself so many nights and be a good father before I drive myself insane.
Yeah, and I'm glad you, honestly, I appreciate how like thorough and fucking, you know, transparent you are about your grind, because, you know, not a lot of people talk about that, you know. And as young as you are, bro, like, man, fuck, I'm really happy I figured this shit out before kids, because if I had kids in the middle of me trying to figure this out, I don't think I would have lasted. I really don't, because how much it pulls you, you know what I mean? And so, and again, dude, like I'm fan, you're 26 and you got this much going on. It's pretty impressive. That's awesome. But I know it doesn't come easy, like you're saying, you know?
No, I appreciate that. And I mean, the same for you. Like you just said it perfect. Like no matter how much you love your animals or how much you love your kids, whether you're, let's say you're hanging with your kids, you're pulled to your reptiles, because I might be getting a phone call, or I might be getting, you know, somebody hitting me up asking me about some pictures or some weights, or like, so then now I'm texting, and then the kids are like, Dad, you know, what are you doing? And it's like, okay. And then you go into the reptile room, and you hear your, you know, 2-month-old crying. You're like, oh man, like I gotta go check. Like, what was the podcast you just did with Will and Audra? You like, hold on, I gotta go real quick. You heard something.
Yeah, my boy knows how to open the door. He knows the code, and I'm like,
but my point though, like, you're literally doing a podcast and you're being pulled. That's just my point. That's the grind. That's perfect. That's the perfect way to describe it. As a father, as a good father, because there's a difference between boys wanting kids, and there's a difference between men who have children. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I at least try to, in every aspect, be the man who has children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta still be a father. And I still also am a father to these animals. You know what I'm saying? These rats count on me. These snakes count on me. When you have an employee and you're paying that employee every week, now that employee's counting on you. Now, if you your people, your suppliers, they're counting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now then your customers, they're counting. You just got all this weight. You got all these people. Like, you got all these things, and then you got your grandma or your mom or just people. Well, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to blah 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 blah. It's like you don't understand. I'm literally like trying to be Superman over here, and you start to freaking explode some days. You know,
Damn,
like,
you're talking to me now, man, because I get, you know, I'm sure Emilio gets like this too. We get stuck in our own world, right? And as soon as some other real life shit happens outside the world, I don't know about you, Big E, but I'm kind of like, are you kidding me? Like, you know, like, and for instance, right? I got so much going on. My dad hits me up with the fucking sob story that he needs new wiring harness for his fucking street bike. And I could tell his text messages, he's like, yo, I need you to help me. And I'm like, and it's not as an easy answer. I could be like, yes or no, because I need to explain to him, there's this issue with your fucking bike to no matter how much money I put into it, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? But I don't have the time to call him and tell him that. So he's just there texting me, hey, you know, like just basically trying to close me on helping him out with the money. And I'm like, God damn it, dude. But again, it's my pops, you know, and I don't know how many times my dad fucking spent money on me. And it's not about that, but it's like the time to explain to my dad that, yo, you should probably get rid of that fucking bike because you're 60 something years old and you shouldn't be riding a street bike. How about that? You know what I mean? But again, dude, it's I gotta take some deep breaths, especially like you said, I hear my wife struggling with 2 kids. Like I hear that a lot during a podcast now. I'll be like, oh fuck, it's going down in there. And so I gotta know, you know, normally when I'm done with the podcast, I download it, I upload it into fucking Opus clips. But there's times where I'm like, I can't do this right now. I gotta go run inside and help my wife. And then when that's all said and done, it's about 9 o'clock and I don't even want to come back in here, but I have to. So yeah, bro, life's all about adjustments, man. And one thing that you're touching home with me right now is the adjustment part. Like it's never going to end, bro. Like it's, even though you're 26 and claim to live a full life, Emilio, has he lived a full life yet? No.
Listen, when you're 35, 40 years old, you're going to look back at your 26-year-old self and think that you were a kid.
No, for sure.
But let me say this, man, what helped me when I went full time is just structure, right?
Yep.
Structure, and staying to the schedule.
Yep.
Adding little things here and there, and then to what MJ's saying, everyone that knows we're doing animals and this is what we do for a living, they think we're not working every day. They don't think we have the long days. You guys are fucking around. You don't have a job.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Get
Marshall.
the fuck out of here, bro. I'm always working. I haven't had a day off, a full day off. Bro, I haven't had a full day off in 3 weeks.
Bro, all you got to do is watch people's story. Like, I watch your story every day, bro. You posting. It's like, there's never a dull moment. You're just always on the go.
No, we always have to be, bro, because guess what? Much like Terry is saying, and MJ lives it also, bro, we can't stop because there are many people coming for us first, which they're not going to get us, obviously.
Yeah.
Second, if you stop, you fall. You're going down. I want to go up at all times.
Yeah.
That's what nobody understands. Sorry.
Yeah.
We need to progress.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with people out there is that they're okay with not progressing.
Yeah. No momentum. Yeah. And you can't do that. And the thing is, it's hard to build good momentum, but it's fucking easy to stop it. Like you get to a point where the ball's rolling and it's rolling. But as soon as it stops, it's like the ball stopped getting bigger. And then actually the ball gets smaller. So what do you have to do? You have to fucking build momentum up again. And that's, bro, that can be so mentally exhausting. Like and trust me, like Emilio says, I live this shit firsthand, especially by having a podcast. One of the reasons why Trap Talk is Trap Talk, because of the consistency. It does not stop. But there's times I want to stop. I'm not going to lie to you. There's times where I'm so burnt out. Like, and he's been here to help me when I can't do certain Monday night shows because I just got too much going on. Yeah, and thankfully I got the help, but I don't feel good about it. Like anytime I miss a Monday show, it's like missing the gym. I'm like, fuck, like, yeah, I took care of what I had to take care of, but I got to get back in there. And so as long as you recognize how important momentum is and how to get back on it, dude, but it's like Emilio says, some people get complacent. And it's much easier just to go lay your fat ass on the couch and say, fuck it. I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm not going to post today. Oh, I got somebody interested in a snake on Morph Market. Oh, they probably don't even want it. No, fuck that shit. You have to stay locked in, dude. Yeah. And that's Go ahead, Biggie.
And MJ knows this. I've said it from the day I came on New Breed on the Block, the first time on my episode.
Yeah.
If I'm not progressing, if my sales aren't up, if I'm not progressing in all things, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
So I rather work as hard as I can to not let myself down, my family down. I don't want that miserable feeling.
Yeah.
So that's what we do every day, man. And I see, Terry, that's what you're doing as well.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, I appreciate that. And it's just, to me, it's just, like the expression, you know, or the memes. Like I watch the motivational memes. Sometimes when I listen to music, I just be like putting on motivational stuff and just zoning out. Or I literally have watched pretty much almost every single one of your ball python episodes that you've friggin' all 500 of them. Like, dude, I listen to trap. Even if I've heard it already, I'll re-listen to episodes of you guys because I'll catch something I didn't hear the first time. And like for me, it's like it's that expression of like we live one time. Like you can call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever, a weirdo, this, that, but we only get one life. Even if you believe in the afterlife, you only get one physical life. Like right now in this moment, like, and you got to be blessed to be here. So why aren't we running towards our wildest dreams? Like, or we're fucking on fire. Like people that I just watch every day on their little phones and their little zones, and they're in their dormant moments of life, and they're letting their years just go by. Like, okay, so you live your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. You live all these years. What'd you do in your 20s? What'd you do in your 30s? Okay, when you're 56, you know, I'm the type of dude that when I was at the bar, I would ask people that like actually seemed like they have a little bit of value inside of their head. I would ask them, like, what was one thing you learned through life? What was one thing you would do over? What is just questions like that? I'm like an old soul. A lot of people tell me that I'm an old soul, and it's just like because I hang out with my grandpa, and I you know, I ask him questions like that all the time. What was it like for you to live back then? And you know, why is the government doing this or that? You know, I don't even get into all that, but my point is like we live one time. Like I may be 26 and young, sure, that's great. I'm young, but what I'm already living like I'm 40, and even if not, when I'm 40, I'm gonna be living like I'm 60. And here's the thing, like I'm already like living life so much that why would I not keep living? Why would I not keep living for more? And like why, like I said, going back to watching other people just like be okay with just being normal, and that's fine for them. I'm not hating on that, but for me, being abnormal is normal. Like I like being different. I like being able to be that grind, get up and go. I don't care what time it is. Like that's my part of my problem is the structure thing. Like I have a hard time sticking to it because some days I'm available to go to the snake facility at 6 a.m. Some days I'm available till 6 p.m. or some days I'm, you know, it's hard, but yeah, like the love and the passion and all of it's, you know, that's what carries you, dude. The grind.
No, hey, I wanted to let you know, when I said that you're gonna look back at yourself as a kid, that wasn't anything derogatory in any way.
Oh yeah.
I didn't mean nothing by it at all, and it wasn't any type of ageism or any.
No, but his weaknesses become strengths as he gets older. That's all. You know,
You
whatever those are. I don't know what those are, but you know,
with your work ethic, you're just gonna get better.
Yeah.
Better,
and as a
better.
40-year-old here, bro, I like living like I'm 60. You can't.
I didn't mean nothing.
No, you can't tell me no other life. I got homies I partied with all through my 20s that still invite me to go out when I'm 40, and I fucking like I try not to be a dick, but I'm like, bro, you couldn't fucking pay me to go to a club right now or go to a concert, even though that sounds like a good DJ I want to go see. No, bro, nothing gets in the way of my sleep, my mornings, you know, seeing my kids. Nothing will get into the way. So it's, you know, being an old soul, bro, is not a bad thing. I'll tell you that right now. Because if you weren't an old soul, you'd be fucking off all your life. I'm becoming an old soul, but that's why I said if I had the shit that I had now in my mid or early 20s, I would have ruined it. I would have easily fucked it off and probably more than likely would have destroyed everything I had going for me. But luckily, the way it came into my life, the way I met my wife, the way I have my kids, dude, I'm very blessed to be where I'm at. And I know even though you got a bunch of kids, bro, having that with being in your mid 20s can't be easy, bro, because you're only 26. Like that's, bro, you're probably well mature for your age, but that's still a fucking kid to me, man. Like mid 20s, man. Oh my god, like
so
you got
well, and I obviously
do.
obviously I want to be young, right? Like I don't. The older you get, bro, like that's when your clock starts ticking a little faster. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rush it. Obviously, I'm not afraid of it, but I'm not gonna rush it, right? Like fucking Matthew
But
McConaughey.
nowadays, guys in their 40s, it's different, bro. Like it's not like, you know, me and Emilio always talk about this. Like guys that were 40 when we were kids, it was a lot different, bro. They carried themselves with age. Like they were, you know, it's this different time, bro. But now, man, yeah, like it baffles me that Emilio's the age that he is. I don't fucking feel like I'm 40. I feel like I'm just approaching my 30s.
He's
So
way taller.
better.
Let me tell you this: Emilio's way fucking taller than he looks. By the way,
he's a beast. Oh my god, you kidding me?
Hey,
Yeah,
dude, I saw him in
Terry,
person.
for
I was
you,
like, "Yo,
Terry.
whoa, hold
Yeah.
on." Like,
Harry, for you, your 40s might even be better than ours because
I bet it will.
you know technological advances and whatnot. But
Peptides.
bro,
yeah, for
hey,
sure.
we got to talk some snakes too, man.
Yeah, hey, I'm sorry, I'm hogging it all up.
No, it's okay.
I love this, bro. This is a great conversation right here. I'm fucking loving
I
this
feel
shit.
it too, but I know you got some amazing shit. that
I'd
you're
rather
passionate
keep
about.
I'd rather keep talking about life lessons than sunset. I'm just kidding.
Come on,
I
you
just
already know.
I thought I'd take a jab. No, but no, Emilio's right. Let's get into it. So projects,
Right.
like what year did you start investing into projects?
And
what projects?
I want to say I started investing into snakes, right? Like in 2018, 2019. I started breeding like right around COVID, right before COVID. But it was kind of like just random stuff. Like my first clutch was she was a super fire, super pastel, super Mojave, and then the male was a super inchy, super fire. So like I made like I had a 10 egg clutch and they all went for $1,000 a piece. And it was just so cool because I was like, holy moly, this is 10 grand I just made off this. Like I could do this. Like this is amazing. Like, so I would say that was right around COVID, right around that time. But I want to say my first project, like big dollar investing, was probably 2022, 2021 ish, 2023, and then into 2024. Right when the buyer's market came around too, I was really investing heavy into like Monarch Clown stuff. Like I did 40 to 60 grand investment into Monarch Clown. I did I want to say I did some pretty big investments in like the Wookiee clown stuff too. I just invested a lot, but for me, I think, yeah, the first male I ever bought that was a big dollar male, he was a 5 gene stranger. And this is when stranger was going for 10, 12 grand. So you already know the fucking end of this story, right? But I went over to this dude named Daryl Keister's house in Arizona. And he was getting out of the game, and he had a male and a female, and the female was like one of the first confusion clowns. And then he had the stranger clown that was this 5 gene male, and he paired them. And he wanted to sell me the pair because she was pregnant, and I should have bought the female because she laid some world's first shit for the people that bought her. But anyways, so I got this male. I spent 12 grand cash at this dude's house. I was driving home with the dude and the snake in my back in the car, and I'm like, what am I doing? Oh my god, like this is crazy, right? And then it was a stranger, lesser, fire, red stripe clown. That was what it was. And I actually traded him to Ken at Fallen Angel Reptiles for some Wookiee stuff. But we'll get to the end of that. So anyways, so I have this male. He's not the best eater. He's not the best breeder. Mind you, I'm still in the phase of trying to find my temperature right. Like I was going a little too high on my temps, I think. You know what I mean? Cooking my sperm and slugging out some of my females just a little my first year or two. I would still get good eggs and good clutches, but like I did notice, I had to talk to some people to, figure it out.
Right.
But stranger was probably one of the bigger things. And then he didn't breed for me, dude. Didn't really breed for me at all, actually. And so I was like, all right, cool. Like he paired to multiple females. Not one of those females locked they locked, but none of them dropped eggs. So I was like, all right, whatever. So we do this deal with Ken, and I just traded him the stranger male for the baby, some Wookiee clown stuff. Like I think a Wookiee female. She was a black pastel Wookiee clown, and she's actually breeding this season for me. But I got really heavy into Wookiee. I put a lot of money into that right after that. I bought a bunch of Wookiee stuff. At this point, with all the production I probably have 20 visual Wookiee clown combos, like some stuff that are really pretty cool. That was one of the heavier stuff I invested into. I love clown. I base a lot of my stuff around clown, just like everybody. But I love having like high multi-gene clowns. Like I have a Cypress Hurricane red stripe clown male. I love stuff like that. Or like I have a hurricane, you know, putting hurricane to lace, or you know, just having like extra confusion. I have a confusion cypress, couple of stuff like that. So I really do like a lot of my heavier male, my bigger purchases were into clown, but like whether it was a triple recessive or like I have a triple visual VPI exanthic clown pied, right? And I have a whole project for just VPI exanthic clown, and then I have VPI exanthic clown pied with hypo, and then I have VPI exanthic clown pied with desert ghosts. Actually, right now I have a male locking to a female, and they're both clowns, triple het, desert ghost, VPI pied.
Ooh.
Cast the
So
quad. You have a chance to hit. You said
1 in 64 chance of hitting the quad.
So
Nice.
clown, DG, VPI, pied.
Yeah,
Right?
both clowns, visual mom and both clowns, and then they're triple het, VPI exanthic, desert ghost pied.
nice.
And he's got the male's already got a clutch in the incubator. Actually, when I saw that confusion ADC that KINOVA produced, I was like, dude. So I put him to I actually bought a female 2 years ago from Corey DeLong, and it was a confusion Wookiee leopard spot nose yellow belly het clown female. And so I paired the clown triple het desert ghost VPI pied to the confusion Wookiee leopard spot nose yellow belly het clown female, and we have 6 eggs in the incubator, and they will hatch next month.
Let me tell you, I'm lighter than a lot of people out there when it comes to the clown projects. But the stuff I do work that I love, no matter what, is the exanthic clown stuff, the ADC stuff. The dark clowns are fucking in my heart, 100%. Like those, let me tell you, bro. Confusion / acid. Some of the chocolate stuff, the Leo stuff, add some spot nose to that, bro. That stuff, I believe that stuff will always be amazing no matter what.
Yeah, I agree. And what's crazy in 2026, bro, I mean, everyone having clown is not a thing. Clown, it's still primarily out there, but not everyone works clown nowadays.
Yeah, well, for me specifically, because I'm still trying to gain my name and that following, right? Like that, you know, when I sell stuff, your clown is just your most relatable sale, because most of everybody's either got something related to it, or even pet buyers like it because it's affordable now to be a pet, right? So it's just most of the time it's just an easy seller. Same thing, you know, obviously same thing with your pieds, your desert ghosts, your bananas, like especially at your shows, right? They sell like no tomorrow. But for me, like you guys always say, I'm producing to be my best customer, right? Like I want to hold back everything that's great. That's my biggest issue, right? I mean, we're all collectors in a sense. Every time I hit something cool in a clutch, and I've been in the whole time, I'm like, if I hit one, I could really use this money and buy a new snake rack, and then I fucking keep it because I'm like, damn, look at this thing, it's so cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you work puzzle at all, bro?
Yeah, I got some hypo puzzle stuff that I'm actually pairing right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. You know, I've always was a fan of puzzle, but then like most things, you get hyped about it, and then you don't hear much, and then you get hyped again. There's some fucking insane puzzle shit being hatched out right now.
Well, I was against it at first. It's not against it, but like I didn't care for it. I didn't like it. It wasn't a hype for me. It wasn't nothing. And then the hypo puzzle started coming out, more of the combos. And of course, it changes your mind. And hypo specifically is known right now in our my generation, to where I've heard from, you know, you guys specifically about how there was people who just would sell it without even telling you it was hypo or had hypo. But now hypos come in and not only help out Desert Ghost, but it's helping out other genes, and that's a great example of it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't really know the I forget what was the origin story about why people didn't want to have hypo, Emilio. What was the reason?
They just thought it was great, wasn't
it? The frosty shed look, which I fucking love. But look,
so cool.
let's get real, okay? I think people didn't early on. The price point just wasn't there, bro.
Yeah, they were chasing other things.
Yeah, no, and the price point, like it was really cheap.
And everything's timing.
Yeah, and the combos just weren't there yet, so it's yeah, that's people were hitting incomplete dominance with it, and it might not have worked with the brighter stuff that we were doing back then, and then people just left it.
Yeah,
I love it, dude.
And I think it just depends when you were coming in. I mean, I was introduced to hypo when it was in GHI, and I was like,
yeah, that was amazing.
Sold. You know, I was like, I'll never forget the GHI Mojave hypo Miguel used to post, and I was so obsessed with it.
The thing is, though, is with every single genetic, you have a high and a low and a middle expression. At least to my like belief, right? It's just after producing how many snakes, but you have that high and low expression of every gene, and everybody almost seems to. It's almost like there's 100 different fucking lines of every gene too. So you get that point of where one person might have an ultramel sunset, the other person has the ultramel sunset or whatever gene, and it just looks a little different. The age, they're almost from, they just look different. It's all about like that's what really like at the end of the day, that's what sells for us is what you buy with your eyes, right? No matter who you are, when you got pictures of stuff, you buy with your eyes. So you go with what sells. And then like from my gathering back then, hypo just wasn't selling. It wasn't a good thing to put with your combinations, but I don't think it was put with much. Like I just hit on a triple hypoclownpide. And it's, dude, if you pull it up on my Instagram, I'm holding it in my hand, so it's not like a fake picture, or it's not a like edited. And just the oranges on him, like he's only got a little bit of pattern. He's a very high white, but the oranges are just so gorgeous. So to me, it's like, why would we not want to put hypo with?
Yeah,
like I have so much hypoclown pied desert ghost stuff too. Like I have a hypoclown double het DG pied, and then I got a couple quad het females that I'm going to be trying for this season.
Amelia, real quick before we get off the puzzle subject, what did you put on your stories that you were ultrasounding? What puzzle was that?
That's a puzzle head hypo.
To what? What'd you put that to?
To a black pastel double head hypo puzzle.
I want some of that. Put me down right now, just so you know. I want some of that.
That's one of my favorite combos, bro. And going back to the hypo thing, even for me, look, it's hard to change an old dog. I love hypo in the darker stuff. And yes, of course, there's stuff in the lighter place that is amazing as well. It's just, for me, it's just fewer and far between. I like the darker stuff. And that's where I'm going to focus with the True Ghost stuff as well. Yeah.
Oh, dude, black exanthic too. With the hypo was fucking super blackhead, black exanthic hypo stuff. Oh my god, that's
so beautiful. Let's get into sunset, bro. When did you get your first sunset?
2021. I bought a sunset spider. She was a sunset spider, orange dream yellow belly from Beast Morphs, and she still hasn't bred for me.
Damn. Well, go spider. So you bought that, and then you obviously bought more.
Yeah. I bought a couple clown het sunsets, spot nose clown het sunsets. I bought a lot of it from Miguel.
Nice.
But I spent quite a bit of money with him back in 2024. You know what I mean? I got some good females from him for those couple of my males, but that's how I hit on that. That sunset spot nose clown I just hit was from the female I bought from Miguel, and then a male that I had made and shed tested.
So spot nose sunset clown.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I haven't even sexed it yet, but it's had like 7-8 meals and it's growing like crazy.
You haven't sexed it yet?
No, I haven't sexed. I have so I'm comfortable. Yeah, that's when it like crawled out of the egg. But if you go onto like the picture that's like on the picture we used for
this one.
What do you call it right there? Yeah, that one. Yeah, and dude, I can't even get the right color of it because in person when you're holding it, the belly is just so orange. Like it looks brown almost in these pictures, but in person there's like barely any brown coming from it. It looks like a cypress almost. Like the head is so orange and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really nice. That's really
I'll definitely be clear on this. Like the brown shade I would throw towards sunset is not this brown. This is like nice. This is gold. This is really nice right here, bro. No, all jokes aside, this shit's fire. I think this is.
I wish I could show you like better color, like because that's the biggest problem that especially me I have is getting the right because I don't like editing things. But sometimes if you just turn up the brightness a little bit, it kind of matches a little bit more. But I don't like doing it too much with white backgrounds because it looks like you're faking the color, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you don't want to do that. I'll tell you that much.
No, because even if you're not selling it, you still want to present this animal as like what it looks like.
What about daylight shots, like early morning when it's still kind of a little bit of what does those work for you?
Yeah, I need to do that. I should definitely do that.
Yeah.
You could definitely be creative with how you take pictures, backgrounds, and so you could get the real color. I love doing that myself.
Yeah.
and you can see like going up down my page, like I have like so many different random things. I just like sometimes I'll set them up in a booth. Sometimes it's my hand. Sometimes it's my hand with a glove. Sometimes it's in the tub. Like there's just things that I like to try to capture the natural color. And when I can see that I'm actually getting closer to that natural color, I try to just snap it wherever that is.
Yeah, you know, and that's kind of the struggle with anyone's collection is finding the best place for a picture. But I'll tell you what, when you find what that best place is, don't switch it. Because when you're able to find a spot that takes the best example photos of your animals, it's good to create like a type of I guess a theme for your page. Like I don't know if you notice some chondro keepers or even Justin, right? Or you know, you'll notice some ball python breeders as well. Like you could tell who it is just with the photo. You know what I mean? And I highly recommend anyone do that because you know people who share your photos will be like, oh shit, whoever they're sharing that to, they'll know right away just by looking at the photo who bred that snake. And that right there is how word of mouth gets put into play, you know?
Right. In my opinion, though, the only reason that can be hard sometimes is if you are even in the slightest bit a perfectionist and you start thinking that all your photos have to be great in order to post them, it's going to lead you to not always post everything. So
this really isn't a bad photo, though. I'll tell you that. Like this isn't
right.
bad. This is on your phone,
iPhone,
too, right?
It's not the best, but
yeah. You know, again, like I don't think I think a white background for a snake like this is ideal. I really do.
Well, so I like wasn't even gonna post half of like the pictures or just because I didn't like some of them, but like I just threw them up there anyways. And through all the posts I did on Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media platforms I did, it got like 60,000 views, like combined, all of them together. On Facebook alone, it got like 17,000 on just one post, like views. And then like if you're monetized, you get a little bit of kickback for that. But like that kind of look, that picture right there, where you can see its side of its head and its face, how orange.
That's
it
the
looks
one.
cypress to me, obviously.
Yeah, it looks cypress.
It's not. It's I know the pairing, but and then the dad shed tested, but it's just so pretty. It's a great example, and that's kind of what I was talking about. If you got good lines of it, and that's where we go into the scrambler, right? Like I'm totally like we can talk about it. I know everyone's tired of it. I don't care if we talk about it or not because I'm obviously it's not helping our sales right now, motherfuckers. But but at the end of the day, I'm open to it being a line bred thing. I'm open it to being a cool thing. I'm open it to being the same thing. If you think about where Scrambler originates from Ozzy, well, he's got this other gene he calls Weirdo. Would it happen to be the freaking same thing, or is it just are they two different things, or is Scrambler nothing? I don't really care. Like I love it.
Here's the thing. It's not. It's one thing I know for sure. Scrambler isn't nothing. It's obviously something to take note of. It's just what is it? That's the question, right?
Well,
and it's beautiful. The thing is, it's beautiful. Like I don't want, you know, obviously I get on a type of roll mainly because the heat I take for it, but you know, I don't have anything against Scrambler first and foremost, right? I see what I see, and that's what I base things off of, plain and simple. I don't create narratives in my head. Even if I fucking own something, if it doesn't seem right, even if it's my own shit, I'll tell you. Like, I don't know what the hell this could be. It's just the fucking phonies out there who try to create a hype on something that the proof isn't there yet. And you need to chill the fuck out and just work it because you like it. That's it.
Yeah. Well, and so me, I obviously work it. The first thing Emilio says when he walks up to me, he's like, "Don't hate me." He's like, "Don't be mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger." That's the first thing he said, and it was
you started the conversation, sir.
Hey, it was like to me though. I really don't.
I'm just saying.
It was like I would never start a conversation like that.
Okay. No, you're good. I actually, because I'm glad. No, we need to talk about it because there's a lot of big names in there nowadays doing it. Bigger. It seems like the more time goes on, no matter how much people say or with it or against it, we still have big names doing it, breeding it. However, it just the hardest part is like from the videos that I watch where MJ's like screaming at people about it, and I'm over there screaming at the phone like, MJ, you got to let it have some time. Like the shed test part is the hard part, right? Because you need to isolate it to either a single or a super gene, which is obviously nobody's doing that, right? Like everybody is producing it, their goal. The hard part is we should be making some of our pairings for that. Like we should be buying a normal female and pair it to like a whatever scrambler, right? And the hard part is the majority of us think it's so pretty, we're just putting it into everything to make it look better, right? And there's some genes that, like we were just saying earlier, higher expression, low expression. Scrambler is one of the things that just kind of looks like a lower expression. But I've also seen things that were not Scrambler at all, and they look really like Scrambler. That's where you get more fucked up and more muddy waters, because people are now saying, hey, we all got Scrambler. And it's like, well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. If Ozzy did release it and it's just been floating around, maybe a lot of people collections have it. But all thing is like you guys said it, I think, in the last episode with Will and Audra, if I correct me if I'm wrong, but you were saying how it's just breed with your eyes. It's beautiful no matter what. It's producing cool animals. If it ends up being nothing, then we all just, we're all wrong. That's okay. We can all be wrong. Like, I don't see the issue with people. It's kind of like how you guys were saying people need to.
You're only wrong if you're charging thousands of dollars for something that hasn't been proven to be a gene. That's always been my argument. I don't give a fuck what you work. Work what the fuck you want to work. It does nothing to me. But one thing that Trap Talk does is look after people. And if you're trying to make $10,000 sale on something you're claiming to be a morph with no proof behind it, that's where me and Emilio have a problem.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
it. That's it.
Right. I'm actually with you on this. Like, totally. Like, even as a Scrambler breeder, I am with you guys.
That's the summary of the whole thing.
That's the summary. I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
Well, so we got the issue of a lot of people are saying it's they have Scrambler when they don't, right? Then we got the issue of there's no shed test.
That's an issue for people who work Scrambler. I don't work Scrambler, so guess what? No issue here.
I get you. I'm just naming off like the reason why I feel like there's just a giant shit list right now, right? Yeah. One of them being no shed testing, right? One of them being the shed testing companies.
What about what Ozzy said? Ozzy said 2 months ago, I just think it's a line of OD. So if you respect Ozzy the way you say you respect Ozzy, how does that sound coming from Ozzy?
Yeah.
No, right, but obviously he didn't say that. He didn't say that though till 2 months ago. So that did. If you've been working it for all these years,
he still said it.
But let me say this though.
No, I get you.
Still said it.
I believe Ozzy respected everyone's game and let everyone do their thing till he finally said, "Fuck it." They asked me, I'm gonna fucking say what I feel, say what I think, say what I kind of know in my heart. I think he finally said it. He's a very respectful person. He lets everyone do their thing, bro.
He's a businessman.
And yeah.
No shame on Ozzy. I wasn't trying to.
No, I know, but that's why I think he waited so long.
No, right.
He let everyone do their thing, and
plus he needed to take the time to even see if he could see what other people are seeing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like I get it. He needed that time to be like, am I seeing this? Like, is this what they're seeing? Like, is this not? And if it is a nice line of OD, I mean, you said it perfectly in the. I don't even remember what episode it was, but I think MJ said it perfectly. If it is just a lion bred thing, it's still a pretty lion breed thing that we're gonna end up calling the Scrambler line.
Look, right? You watch all the episodes. I broke it down really good when we had all the boys on. What I feel about it.
Right.
I don't want this to turn into a Scrambler episode at all, honestly.
Me neither.
But,
yeah, my bad.
What I'm gonna tell you is, it's lineage driven, and they're beautiful. We've repeated that. I hope we both hope that things work out. What else can we say?
That's it. I mean,
I'll say that I fell into the project. It's beautiful. I put it to some lace stuff, and it came out really cool. I got supposedly I have a male that's from the original El Diablo, the father that created the original El Diablo from Chris Hernan. I have a son, so mine's technically a sibling, same dad, different mom of the original El Diablos. And so I produce a bunch of pretty stuff with. I just put it to lace and like a couple other genes, and it does. Like I got a really cool lace pied that I think is Scrambler. That's potentially Het Clown with Orange Dream, Super Orange Dream, Barnhart, Black Pass. He's beautiful male. He's almost ready to breed. And so when these things, in my opinion, they look like almost like an enhancer gene. They brighten things, right? Like from what I've seen, it just looks pretty. That's all. I fell into it. Looks pretty. It's cool. I'm on either side. If it works, it works. If it's
but you like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you like it. That's all that matters, right?
All right, yeah, but I'm more interested in honestly hearing where the hell you're going with Sunset Clown, because there's challenges there. Where are you going with Sunset Clown being a ride or die sunset breeder? Where are you going with the spot nose Sunset Clown? I love what Miguel did with the Coral Glow version of the Batman Sunset. I love that animal.
The cypress too.
Yeah, man, you really gotta. I'm a sunset breeder. There's challenges. I think that a lot of focus has to go into making that gene better and keeping it where it is right now. What do you say to that?
Well, first and foremost, I'm still like on the high of having produced it. You know, like most people, we dream of some of these animals of productions, and I never, when I finally produced one, it was like, it's just that moment of like, wow, this is all the hard work, right? But I really, it's hard for us to enjoy it because we hit it and we're like, all right, what's next? We got to hit the next. Where are we going? Right? But
we gotta fight that though. We have to try to fight that. Yeah.
Right. To answer the question though, I definitely think it's going to be a hard distinguisher. Like, say it's a male. If that's a male for me, it's going to be a little easier to spread it around to different projects. But if it's a female, then I'm kind of limited on what I can do with it. However, I would like to either think ultra male or monarch, right? Like, I want to go something that we were just talking about, monarch and sunset. I heard you guys saying monarch and sunset's never been put together. And again, if you have a good line of monarch and a good line of sunset, and you got those rusty red, not the shit brown, right? You got the rusty red, right? And then you got the monarch that looks great with its deep dark browns, and I have a feeling that those will look really good together. And I have a pastel Batman monarch. I actually had a female before KINOVA even produced one, because I bought mine from a buddy here in Phoenix. His name's Zach, right? So I actually have she's about to be ready to breed too. She's literally 1,400, 1,500 grams, and it's just a Batman monarch or a royal monarch or a royal Batman or whatever you want to call him, right? That would be cool if, like, say my spot nose sunset clown was a male and I had that Batman monarch female and we did that pairing down the road. That would be amazing, because we could hit Batman het. You know, I mean, I'm running the risk of super spot nose, right, with stuff like that, but I also have other females that are monarch that are het clown.
Terry Dog. I gotta say something, bro.
Oh,
Go for it. I know he looks like he's about to wrench.
Brother.
You
not knowing what the sex is of that snake is fucking like bothering the fuck out of me right now. Like,
I'll tell you. I was supposed to find out today.
Wait. In the V unit, I teach everyone. Snake comes out of egg. You wash snake, you sex snake, easiest thing in the world, brother.
No, I know how to do it. I'm just not as comfortable as I should be.
I know you know how to do it, but wow, how can you not know what that snake is? And you be so excited about it. I am excited about it visually, but how do you not know what that snake is, brother?
If that's the worst thing you got to say, like, you know, I'll live with it.
I know.
Hey, to be fair, dude, he's giving me shit too, Terry, because I'm not in a rush, first and foremost, but I kind of get his point, because when it's a banger, right? Like, and I think that's just what it is.
It's
like,
what is it?
It's your future.
It's a banger, you gotta know.
You're either gonna breed that animal in a year or 3 years.
Yeah, that's very true.
You need to
know
I'm
gonna
that,
find
bro,
out literally.
Because guess what? The next airplane ride you're on, you could just get in your notes and bam, start fucking nodding everything down. Right. You know, that's bro.
Well, hey, that's why I'm on here, though, right?
Oh, yeah,
I need help.
I'm not second guessing anything except fuck.
Well, see, I'll second guess myself a little bit too, though. Like,
bro, you should have heard. You should have heard him roast my pinstripe. It's all good. I've been there. Okay, like this guy's put my feet to the fire a couple times. It's all love. Emilio,
I know it is. That's part of the name of the game, brother. Come on.
He's really trying to help, dude.
I love it. I actually am a good criticism. What do you call it? Criticize taker. What's the word?
You can take criticism.
Yes, I'm not a sore loser.
Hey, animals like 250 grams. Probably you don't have fucking sex on it.
Dude, that's me. I'll have a snake a year old and I still need to shed test it, brother. Like,
whoa.
That's okay. I'll be honest though. Like as a man who's the one man band trying to run around, be Superman with the cape and everything, I do slack really hard, and it's not like everywhere. It's just in a few areas, and some of it being social media, shed testing, learning how to sex correctly, like just a few things that like I could do and learn to evolve my game. That probably would be right now. Even my morph market is just it lapsed, and I never re-upped my pro membership because I didn't have any babies and I sold everything we were needed to at the shows. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait till I get a couple clutches. I'll renew it. Whatever sounds good. But it's just that point is when I start having a full list of things to do, you start putting things in the back. You know, you start shoving things in the back of that list, and that
Yeah.
being definitely one of the things I need to learn and be consistent with. But yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it's definitely the intimidation kills me because every time I like go in there and I've cleaned it out or I give it water or feed it and watching it eat, and I'm like, dude, I need to figure this out. Why do I not like? Why have I not? But I'll bring it down. I'll bring the whole clutch to my buddy Zach's brother, McKay Sumter. I'll bring it down to him, and he'll just real quick with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
McKay is
he's
awesome.
a good fucking dude.
Did he move to
Solid dude.
Florida?
No,
He was going to move to Florida, but he stayed here. Yeah, he's solid. Solid
That's a
guy.
real dude. That's a real motherfucker right there. I like that guy a lot.
Yeah,
He is a real motherfucker, dude. He's like my mentor, I would say for sure. The last couple of years, he has helped me through so much, and if I needed him, he would be there. So good dude. He's got good quality animals too, bro. Like I've bought in some really good stuff from Zach and McKay over the years, dude.
Yep.
Like a good portion of my collection.
Can we talk shed testing real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's been your overall experience with shed testing? Like, how much do you trust in it? Let's get into that.
Me specifically?
Yeah, you specifically.
So I think it's a great. First of all, Darian has done great things. When he first came in, everyone thought he was like Trump and nobody liked him, or a lot of people didn't. Cool, he was controversial, whatever, right? But I've messaged him personally. Like I could go back to my messages and I've told him, like, dude, what you've done, like, I'm not even trying to kiss fucking ass. I don't care. You don't even have to read this message, but just so you know, if you do, like, I really do think what you've done is amazing for the hobby because it took us so much farther. Now we can get into all that, but shed testing specifically has been a great thing for young breeders like me, okay? Because I've only been doing it for a few years. I would have to be playing such a long game, right? If I wasn't having the shed testing available. Now, when I first started, that wasn't a thing, right? Shed testing, because I've been doing it longer than it's been out. But having it come into the game, obviously you hear your wins about it. Like people saying that you get tests that are, sometimes incorrectly, or you're getting a test that, let's say it's a line of hypo that they can't test for yet, but it doesn't test out for visual hypo, but you're looking at a visual hypo. There's a hard part of that, right? Like you got to know what you're testing for. But I do think that what it's doing for our industry as a whole is advancing it way faster than we could have anticipated back before they had shed testing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
But you've
and I mean, you can spend a couple. It's just like dogs, dude, or horses.
Yeah.
You can certify. And let's be real. I was saying about when shed testing first came out a year or two, whatever it was ago, a couple years ago. I was saying, I guarantee you, in 5-10 years from now, we all are going to have every Morph Market ad is going to have that where you swipe the picture and it's got the shed test result. We all have to certify our animals if people are going to spend 5 to 10 to 15 grand, right? Like if you're going to go spend 15 grand with me for, let's just say somebody watching this right now, and I produce that sunset clown and I were to sell it for whatever the price is, right? If you were to come and ask me for that, you would want to know, like, hey, dude, like, obviously, in the case of this, you can tell it's a sunset clown, but I'm just saying, let's say it's not as obvious, right? I would want anybody to feel like they get to know for a fact that this animal is what it is genetically. If you're going to spend the money for those genetics,
we're there already. Anyone spending big money is going to demand a test, and if you're not testing, you're going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about the accuracy with testing? Obviously some have higher accuracies than others, but there's some room for improvement for sure now.
Yeah, anything under 98%, I don't think should be a valid test.
And how much stuff's out there that's under 98%?
I think there's 2 or 3 genes, maybe 4. The last I looked.
more than that.
Well, the
Yeah.
hard part for me is like, well, what if I have, there's how many yellow bellies and how many red stripes now, right? Well, what if I have something that's yellow belly, red stripe, black pastel clown, and that's a big part of my Pompeii project, but it doesn't test out as yellow belly or red stripe because it's two different lines, you know?
Yeah.
Or what if it's, let's just say now we're hearing that there's obviously when Barnhart black pastel and black pastel were different. Now we're hearing black pastel might have two different, like.
There's supposedly there's another black pastel. Yeah.
So my point, and then we got Trick and Hurricane. We got all these, right? But that boils down to names. But my point of shed testing and the accuracy of it, the hard part is even if what you're testing for that test is 99%, let's just say, right?
Anyone,
You're still running the risk of testing for you might have a different line of what it is, right?
anyone in the chat or one of you guys, if you guys know, what's the lowest rated test right now in shed testing? Is it red stripe?
I think it is. There's another one too that's pretty low. I know Red Stripe's the biggest one.
Orange Dream, red stripe.
Orange Dream is low. Why would Orange Dream be low?
I've heard it's not reliable.
Yeah, I heard that too recently.
I've heard some rumblings about Blackhead.
Yeah, I heard Blackhead's kind of iffy right now.
Yeah,
on the test.
Yeah,
but off the rip, that's all I can think of right now, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for those genes specifically, it can get a little muddy water testing for it, in my opinion. However, if you get a test, I won't even name a gene, but let's just say there's a gene that it's obvious and you're testing for it, it's got a good percentage, and then you're getting good results out of it. And then when you go and you see and you breeding that animal that you got the results for, and you see that the results are right, that's where you know that certainty of that test.
Yeah.
And so in a way, we still kind of got to do it old school, right? You still kind of got to prove it out. Not saying that their testing is wrong, just saying for what we're talking about how there might be a different line.
Yeah.
They say it doesn't test for whatever line they test for. Now you need to prove it out.
Yeah, I mean, I just follow the big guy. The big guy still labels everything pos red stripe. That isn't perfectly visual.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what has to be done. I mean,
right.
For now.
Yeah.
You mentioned lace. Obviously lace was up there as far as like, being iffy when it comes to IDing and whatnot. How much lace do you have stuff in the works?
I got a couple of males and females. A lot of it was produced from the same female, and she originated from Kyle Hoffman, but I didn't buy her from Kyle. I bought her from Zach. But anyways, so she's a fire pastel and she lace het pied. And she did pretty cool. Like I've done some pretty good stuff with her. I also have sunset into lace. I bought a white lace sunset that's 50% pied. It's a female and it was from Zach as well. He, I guess, sent the pictures to KINOVA, and KINOVA kind of helped him ID it. This was before the shed test. So I should definitely shed test her, whether she's white lace or she's lace. She's definitely lace, but I want to make sure, with not really seeing much examples of the white lace sunset or white lace sunset, kind of is hard to tell. But when you're looking at her, dude, there's no way in hell she's not at least lace, because the color of sunset can, no matter what expression you got, can brown out. This girl, I showed her I did a podcast, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, on Show and Sell with KNG in Austin. And I was showing it on the podcast, and I wasn't even getting great light on it. And they both were just like, oh, wow, that thing is so bright. Like, she's almost yellow and gold and orange. Like, there is no brown at all. And she's a pastel, so you would think she would brown. She's fire, supposed white lace, sunset, 50% at pied, and it's a female. And she is bright. He produced another male out of a different clutch, same parents, I believe, that he sold to Brad Boa, and he's got a sunset. What is it? A cypress? Oh no, it's a white lace sunset, and it just glows. But it doesn't look exactly like the one I have. So I'm thinking the one he sold me was lace, not white lace. But I know it looks really good in the sunset for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have it with Scrambler too. I have a lot of Scrambler lace stuff.
If somebody were to get into sunset this year or sometime in the next year, what would be your recommendation on how someone should get into sunset currently?
Well, it's all about line breeding, right? That's what, no matter what, you want to buy from the best line breeders who've been doing it for the longest. You got Brock, right? You got Brock Wagner. You got AEP. Those are going to be your foundational animal sunset guys, at least, you know what I mean? However, if they don't have what you're looking for available, you can go on Morph Market and check it out and see what other people have. Here's the thing: a million people have hated sunset for a long time, and it's always going to be a thing no matter what. It's just how it is. When Leviathan came in, everybody hated sunset, and then they started producing great sunset stuff, and look at what happened. It just pushed and that's one of their best sellers. And then same for me, over the years I've had some like triple quad het sunset, this and that, or visual, and it sells like hotcakes. I never have an issue with it. But for your question, if you want to shop with your eyes, you want to line breed, if that's what's important to you as a breeder, then you need to find something that looks just as good on that picture in the ad that it does in person. That's my opinion and my advice.
But it all starts with the good line of it, right?
Yeah, like, because again, remember, a lot of reason why people don't like sunset is because of the browning out. I think that's because no matter what genetic you're talking about, when you're talking about the earlier, before evolution, quote unquote evolution of just line breeding, right? You're getting your first examples. You're gonna get. I've seen sunsets that are just adults and they just look brown. They're brown with a little bit of pattern. Then I've seen adult sunsets that are like orange, bright orange and yellow. That's just how some genes and some lines. Like, you might buy a sunset from dude and it's brown because it's not been line bred so far. You might buy another sunset from this other dude and it's really bright orange because they've had 16 different hatchlings over the years, and now you're buying the one that's the ending result of that. And that goes for any gene. Like, like for me, confusion. I'll bring that up, and a lot of people might give me shit, but there's some confusion out there that just looks like some het pied shit. Doesn't even look very confusion like. And then there's confusion out there that just blows your mind. You're like, whoa. Or same thing with hurricane, dude. I've seen some hurricanes. You're like, that's hurricane. What the hell are you looking at?
Well, let me say this. You're absolutely right about hurricane.
Yeah, and other stuff.
There's
right.
Stuff that's been sold out there that I'm gonna say it out loud, bro. Y'all should probably test your hurricanes.
Yeah,
because it isn't. It just looks.
Or get some nicer hurricane. Yeah,
I've seen spot nose clown stuff that they call hurricane, and I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the Mandarin subject right now. Like, holy shit! Like, you know, again, I've seen some fucking like out of this world Mandarin shit, and then you see someone buy a Mandarin something on Morph Market, and it's like, what the fuck is that? A hypo? Like, I don't see the Mandarin, you know.
Or
like,
I've seen pastel clown Mandarin stuff, and like that ruins it. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, anything
pastel clown is so hard to really do much with unless you're going DG.
Dude, that reminds me. I have one pastel clown left that I'm letting my worker share take.
I have some. But it's just you got to know what to pair it to.
I'm good. I don't want anything with pastel and clown ever in my life ever again.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. That's why I said that.
Only because everything needs to pay rent here, and ain't no pastel clown paying any kind of rent in this fucking collection at all. So
I'm with you.
Yeah,
and there's 100 million of them. Why do we need more?
Yeah, and again, you know, it's just I've been there, done that, and you know, right now, ball python stuff, every pairing really, really matters, and I'm not going for fuck it, let's see what happened. No,
that's
if I'm pairing ball pythons
for everybody.
If I'm pairing ball pythons, I want something out of this so bad, and there's no byproduct even crossing my mind. Of course, there will be byproduct, but that's not why I'm breeding, because I don't hit shows like a savage like Emilio does. But also too, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm so conflicted right now with my pairings because there's a lot of, I have like 40 adults, females, but I'm probably pairing 3 or 4 of them right now. You know what I mean? Just because I'm just like, there's not a lot out there I really, really want in my own collection. But then that's why I got to outsource. I'm on Emilio's bumper for some shit, a couple other people. And it's been a while, dude. Like, that's why I always recommend people in the ball python game, as much as it's awesome to hit cool stuff, you got to outsource shit. That's the true key. Like, you got to be adding bangers from other people's productions into the mix and do right by those, because that's what really sets you apart from being complacent or stagnant, as Emilio likes to say. You don't want to be stagnant, bro, because go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, there's a lot. You get stagnant. There's so many good breeders I've noticed out there. I've even met a bunch of them, and that was their problem, was that they took too much money out of the business that they were making and putting it into their personal life. And listen, I get it. Like, at some point, we all want to do that because we put so much into this that you want to have a nice car or a nice Rolex or a nice this, or maybe you can do both. But my point is like, it can sometimes like get in the way for sure. Yeah.
I know what you mean, man. I'm like, damn, that's a sick rollie, but I'd rather get that basin.
The sacrifice, dude. I had a beautiful out of the showroom 2023 Mercedes, fucking beautiful, brand new, fucking off the showroom, and I had it for a year. And the guy calls me and he's like, "Hey, man." Or not, I had two of them. Sorry, I had two of them. I had one white one and I had one red one. I traded one of them to my buddy Zach for a bunch of snakes. So him and his wife ran off with that one, and I sold one back to the dealership, and I made like 50 grand on it because it was like a limited. It was a limited model that had only come out so many of them, and over the years' time that I was driving it, and I owned all my vehicles cash, so I just was driving it, and he calls me up. The guy sold it to me at the dealership, and he's like, "Hey, dude, there's got a guy down here. He wants to buy your car that, for this month. I must have paid 43 and sold it for like 77 or some stupid shit." So it was like I sold all my dream cars. Like we got a couple work trucks, a work van, but I went down. I sold half of my gun collection. I have a $100,000 gun collection. I sold all my jewelry. Like I sold everything I could or traded it. I do trade deals all the time just to get better genetics with Micaiah or Zach, or like I was for years. You know what I mean? Or like just to get more rack systems or to get more. Like, you always got to keep advancing. We were talking about that earlier in the episode. Like some people, even in what we do, it's okay if they just like you're at that point where you want to just stop and breed with what you have. But I feel like at every point and every year, if you're a rising breeder, you need to have a certain amount of money dumping into either newer projects or somehow to upgrade your projects.
Well, the thing is, too, real rising breeders never leave. They're always here to stay. But also, we see people here to stay that ain't doing shit. All they do is comment and fucking open their mouths. Which, again, I mean, if I'm not doing shit in the reptile game, you're not going to see me on social media, plain and simple. You know what I mean? But me and Milo, we're here. We got goals, and we're here to do shit by our collection. And, again, I don't want to say that's it's our identity, but it kind of is, isn't it, Emilio? Like our projects resemble who the fuck we are in this game.
Yeah, projects and lines, because
and lines, yeah.
Something I wanted to talk about is we need to kind of get back to working something and making it consistently better and better and better and better. And yeah, investing and bringing other stuff in. But I feel like in some ways we need to slow down and stop moving to the next thing. We need to make these animals better, to have better looking animals, so you could be known for producing some of the best shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I think that's victim to that for sure.
I think that's kind of missing in the game a little bit.
I was always trying to jump from project to project. This one looks cool. I'm buying 2 females. This one looks good. Now I got a male. Like you fall victim to that real fast. You get snake trunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this last couple of years, especially when that market became buyer's market, is a perfect example of where we all should be buckling down and creating better examples of what we have. And instead of going like in COVID, obviously we could sell everything, so it didn't matter what you produce. You could just throw together fuck it pairings. But now it's like you really want to dial it down to. And here's another thing that I wanted to talk about too. And another one of the videos, I used to work at Tractor Supply, and the reason why I say this is going to kind of tie in together. But I was watching one of your videos, and it was like a few months ago, and KINOVA was on, and he was talking about how he had, I think it was either 2025 or 2024, but I'm pretty sure it was 2025, how his production level, no matter like just by normal, he has the same amount of snakes he breeds, same amount of racks, same amount of room, same amount of everything. He's even said it in one of his videos, but he had a significant decrease in his production naturally. So I think something is going on either in the air, the food, something, somewhere, somehow, and it's affecting production, because I had the same decrease, and I live halfway across the country, and I had the same, almost close to the same percentage in decrease naturally. Like the females just chose not to go. Right.
That could be, again, I'm speculating a little bit, but that could be El Nino, La Nina, weather patterns, simple things like that affect production, bro, for sure.
Well, and so why I said the Tractor Supply thing was because a few years ago when I was working there, I used to work in the feed room, right? So a lot of customers would come by like their chicken feed and their goat feed, whatever, right? But the chickens, I noticed the chickens. Do you guys remember about 2 years ago ish, where Costco's even and Walmart's the egg surge was like massive. No, you couldn't find fucking eggs. Like, and they were going. This is why we had the increase of the pricing of the eggs. But so my point is there was at that point. Every farmer that was, because this is farm country, agricultural land out here. Every farmer that was coming and buying feed was telling me that their hens weren't laying, their calves weren't growing as fat. Like they were just telling me like all their animals were naturally kind of like not doing the thriving that they normally would. And so it just had me throwing in this theory that it was the feed. Because I had a couple of the farmers that were telling me they stopped buying Tractor Supply feed and they were buying, or they were making almost like their own feeds, like their own type of blends. So then their hens would start producing again. It was my, and so I kept like having it in my head that something was in the food for these hens not to be laying. And it was just natural, but it was something in the food. So obviously I haven't changed the food for my rodents, and then they don't really change right for the snakes. But in my opinion, I had the theory that something along that line, that just the natural limelight of them not producing as well, whether it was food or whether, and I think what Amelia just said was probably more accurate, with being, oh, hey, maybe it was just a giant storm that was in a different part of the world, but it affects how they want to breed. And that, because it's monsoon season here, literally just this week, and heavy storming and raining. And guess what I did last night till 3 a.m, pairing snakes all night long. And then you're like, oh, dude, 5 minutes into pairing, I opened 3 of the tubs and their males are already locking. I'm like, dude, you've been in there for 5 minutes.
Good segue. Are you ultrasounding, or are you just
So I used to ultrasound with a buddy of mine back in a couple years ago, so I'm a little familiar with how to do it. But this year, that's a purchase I would like to do. I don't have one.
I'm old school cat for a long time, but I'm gonna tell all of you out there, I should have bought an ultrasound years ago. Okay, the guessing game is terrible.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
18 male sperm.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you guys straight up. Anyone out there, like I told one of my boys messaging this week, yo, get yourself a fucking ultrasound. Don't buy another fucking snake till you buy a fucking ultrasound.
You know what, Emilio? I'll say right now, bro. Like I only had 5 pairings this year. I got one, if I'm lucky, 1 out of the 5 to go. And I had locks on all the other ones, but I wasn't ultrasounding. I was playing the guess game. I'm so tired of the guess game. It's over, dude. I'm done. I'm getting an ultrasound for sure.
Bro. It's not worth it. Yeah.
It's kind of a waste. Go ahead. What were we gonna say, Terry?
No, I was just gonna agree. That would be one of the next purchases. I'm actually building a new snake room right now, snake facility. I just finished my rat facility, and then I'm finishing up the snake one. And then after that, I think I'm gonna do a mouse and an African soft fur, because I breed all 3. Building, but I'm about to finish the snake one right now, and as soon as that's done, that would be one of the first purchases. I want to make sure I have enough racks for everyone, but right after that, I would love to get a breeder circle or something similar, ultrasound machine.
And for instance, MJ has brought this up quite a few times.
Yes, I have.
A lot of us would start way too early, right? Breeding way too early. The last few years of ultrasounding has shown me that I, for the most part, was starting to breed way too early. And yes, these females, they do need some push from the males to build follicles. Yes, all that is true. But bro, the ultrasound has taken my breeding and my busy lifestyle to another level, man. It helps a lot.
Yeah, saving your time on your males, you're saving time on your females, because you're stressing listen, we love breeding, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, you're still, at some degree, you're still stressing out the animal, putting it in there to breed, right? So if you're getting that ultrasound, no matter, you're just skipping you're still going to get a little bit, right? But you're skipping all of the wasted sperm on the male, because if you're just having go ahead.
And one thing also, it lets you plan for the next year ahead of time. Like if this girl's not going to go this year, okay, I could change plans and go this way, and stop wasting time on my thoughts on her. She's not going this year. It's not happening. Okay, maybe I could do this. Maybe I could go this way with this pairing. Dude, it's faster, more robust, streamlined thinking. It just helps big time.
And that's what I think breeders from I can speak breeders for like my age and as far as how long we've been in the industry. We're very fortunate for that. Kind of like the shed testing or the auctioning. All these things that we're doing is slowly streamlining the process of getting more evoluted, so to speak. We're just all just I'm in a generation where Kabilika, like I thought I sounded crazy to my family, but there was a whole industry out here already breeding and doing this. KINOVA went around and asked his uncle for a fucking $1 million when nobody was doing this. There was a handful, if that, right? And I'm not even old enough to speak on all of that, but from what I'm like aware of,
Where'd you get that dollar figure from?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't $1 million, bro. It was 70,000, just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I just was throwing an exaggerated number out there. It wasn't an exact number.
I'm like, damn.
Quite a bit of a stretch, bro.
I'm like, damn, Terry. Hey, Justin's running. Whoa.
He said
No,
$1 million.
my bad.
Damn.
Okay, so 70 grand was his
You're
exact
good, you're
number.
good,
I
bro,
wasn't
you're
trying
good.
to say his whole business like that. You know what I mean?
So
But
70 for 25 years ago, 70s adjusted
lot of
for
money.
inflation, you're probably looking at 150. Okay?
right.
Just saying.
Right, and even then though, that's still a grip of money to like. What my point of bringing it up was like that's a lot of money for someone to hand, regardless of
Yeah.
your family. When there wasn't a set industry to really show like, hey, look, there's a company that sells rack systems. There's a company that
Yeah.
sells Pro Coco. There's a company that sells
It was
niche,
huge,
way more niche.
a lot smaller.
Dude,
And that's why we owe it to him, man. Like that
Yeah.
dude's paved
Him
the way
and
for
Brian,
us.
bro. Him and Brian and Kevin, gotta give it to him at the end of the day, you know?
Right.
Yeah. All right, I got to wrap up topic, and then we'll go to Emilio's. But you know, obviously, man, you've done a lot since coming into the ball python game, from what it sounds like. What's one area of improvement you really want to work on the next few years? Like, what's one level that you really want to see yourself getting better at?
Shed testing,
Respect.
right off the rip. I just know that I'm slacking on it.
Yeah. Oh, keeping it real. What you got from Emilio?
Yeah, bro, in 5 years, I want to hear, 3 years. What's
That's
that?
yeah.
What's that number one combo you want to have? Like, you want to open up, sexed, okay? And you're just gonna be like, wow, this is fucking amazing. Like, in 2 or 3 years, what's that combo for you?
I would love to say something along the lines of ADC because it's a really hot project and I'm working it now to really get going on it. But I also, I don't know, that's a hard one, you know what I mean? I think an ADC baby of any sort, hypo version, pied version. But I really also want to work into some monsoon stuff. Like I do really love monsoon. And I think it's not worked with like Clown is. It's not worked with like Puzzle now. Like it's not worked with like that. Like there's still a lot of people who have it, but it's all base. We've had just monsoon clowns. I think it would be really, and okay, we saw Justin's triple monsoon DG clown, right? Or wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. Those are cool. Like monsoon has been around for years, and I got my original stuff. Like my lineage of my monsoon is from Dave Green. Dave Green lived out here in Phoenix, Arizona before he retired. So it's really cool for me to see a gene that originated in the same state I'm from, and then want to produce something really cool with it. And to see it, I mean, I have some really cool monsoon females I'm about to breed and growing up that I would love to put to something crazy and make some really cool triple hets. And kind of go that direction, I think.
I think a monsoon ADC would be fucking wild. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, that's
in the future for me for sure, and True Ghost Monsoon and shit. So
yeah,
that'd be sick. All right, big dog. Well, we got hot seat questions for you. I'll go first, and then Emilio will hit you with his. You've seen the show, so quicker the better. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, guys. Hot seat question. Time of the episode. Smash that like button. Hot seats for Terry. All right, Terry, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. A cut or no cut?
A cut.
On what day?
When I see majority of them pipping.
Okay. Yellow chondro neo or red chondro neo?
Ooh, red.
To spray a ball python or to never spray a ball python?
To spray.
First thing you would feed a baby ball python?
Oh, ASF or mouse pinky. Or not a pinky, like a hopper.
Okay. Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay. That's how we all started. That's how we all got here.
What would it be one reptile you love to import into your collection if you could? Any reptile, what would it be?
An albino alligator.
Sick.
I would love to have a giant like barn where it has like a second dock story where you can just go on the second dock and just feed your alligator, your albino freaking white alligator just sitting there, beautiful, basking.
Sick.
That would be
Steak,
amazing.
steak or fish?
Steak.
Favorite cut of steak?
Ooh, I like New York strip lately.
Nice. Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
Let's say boo. I'm a dad.
Yeah. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
Ooh, West.
Okay. Favorite West Coast rapper or rap group of all time?
Tupac.
Nice, dude. All right. Little word association. Say the first thing to come to mind. Milk.
Titties.
FedEx shipping.
Great.
Morph market.
Shipping.
Least favorite incomplete dominant.
Ooh, incomplete dominant spider.
Favorite double recessive.
Oh, shit. Xanthic. I want to say Xanthic clown.
One incomplete dominant you would put into sunset that you don't have yet.
Ooh, Cypress for sure.
Nice. I like that. All right, last but not least, and Emilio's, good luck. Coolest reptile network in the world.
Trap Talk. Come on, it's a blessing to be here, you guys. I appreciate you so much.
All right, go ahead, Emilio.
All right, bro. One's got to go, okay?
All right, one's got to go.
DG or Hypo?
Luck. I almost want to say Hypo. I hate that.
Hypo's gonna go?
Yeah, Hypo got to go.
Oh,
DG, like, come on. DG is just what everybody uses to enhance anything.
Monsoon or Sunset?
Oh, shit. I want to say Monsoon because Sunset's like, what isn't it? It's more of a founding gene, isn't it? So like Sunset is more of the founding gene versus the.
Okay, so
Monsoon.
you're keeping Sunset?
Yeah, keep Sunset.
All right, but tell me what you're gonna keep going forward, okay?
Okay, my bad. Yeah, go.
All right. He's laughing. All right, Wookiee or Stranger?
Fuck, I'm keeping Wookiee.
Okay, Wookiee or Confusion/Acid?
Ooh, I would keep Confusion. I love the way it looks on Clown.
Yeah, I agree with you there, bro. This one's kind of hard, but at the same time, for me, it's not because this is how I feel. But Cypress or Lace?
Ooh. I want to say Lace.
Keeping Lace.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Cypress. All right. Spot Nose Confusion, Yellow Belly, DG, Xanthic Clown, or Monarch Batman? All right. And that's towards you because I know you love Monarch, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Xanthic, so.
Oh, that one's actually a tough one. I want to say the black and white version of that snake, the Confusion ADC.
Okay.
Everybody loves it.
All right. This one, for me, it's easy, but it might not be as easy for you. Sunset Desert Ghost Clown or Coral Glow Sunset Batman?
Everybody loves the triple, but I do like the way that the Coral Glow Batman Sunset looks.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, keep that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that animal blows the other one away.
It's beautiful, and it's only going to age prettier.
Yeah. Malice or Mega?
Ooh, I want to say Malice. I haven't seen enough about Mega to really kind of get a grasp of what it does yet.
The likelihood of them being the same to you, what percentage?
High.
that came out of nowhere.
Well, from what
All right, Cosmos or Tornado?
Ooh, Tornado, because right now it is a for sure solid project, right?
All right. Chondros or Emeralds?
Ooh, I want to say Chondros.
Yeah, good one. All right, Nipsey or Young Dolph?
Nipsey, come on.
Hell no, you crazy.
Wait, Nipsey or who?
Young Dolph. I love Young Dolph.
Young Dolph, Young Dolph, I bumped him all through high school, but
yeah,
Nipsey's a legend, bro. When I'm gonna go make that bag, I'm gonna listen to some
I just
Nipsey,
don't.
you know?
I don't know, man. I never caught up to. I never caught on.
You got to be on the West Coast, bro. Nipsey's a definitely diehard West Coast.
It's that
rap.
prolific, bro. It's that prolific.
Yeah.
I'm
prolific. But what gets me more hyped up is Young Dolph for sure.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got. Hey,
Can I
both
ask
of them
you guys
are
a
dead,
couple
right?
questions?
Young Dolph is dead too.
Wow, Emilio, yeah, dude, chill out, bro. Hey, they're both dead, right?
Yeah, they both gone.
Hey, rest in peace, though. They both, the streets got them, dog.
They did. Real shit.
Oh wow, pretty dark. How to end this
Would you
episode.
guys care if I asked a couple questions?
Sure.
All right, cool. So, and I want you guys can just each answer this on your own. So,
Are these
what
hot,
would
is this like a hot seat question?
No. I almost thought about doing that, but I was like,
We've
nah,
never been reversed like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
fuck
right.
Yeah,
no,
this-
but I just have a few questions that I wrote down that I'm just kind of curious to hear, and I can go back to this video. But the
Sure.
first one would be and for you specifically, is a huge question, Emilio, because you've been in it for 20 years. But I mean, obviously, no matter how long, I want to know. This is a good answer from anybody. What would be what would you say your biggest step forward was at any point in your career? But what was the biggest step forward for you?
It's two things. Well, first, building it all myself, building a brand, the belief that COVID brought, and then honestly, bro, meeting MJ and getting on the trap with him, and taking it to the next level. Honestly,
So
I was gonna answer that for him, just so you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
It
So what
just
was yours, MJ?
amplified. It just put nitros to everything that was already built.
It just like
Yeah,
fueled the fire for you.
Yeah, and then going full time, having that belief, hitting benchmarks that I set beforehand, allowing me to do it because I proved all the other stuff to myself already. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I actually like that.
For me, was taking advantage during COVID and turning this into a job. Yeah, and then just aligning myself with the right people.
Because you do this full time, right, MJ? Like you podcasts and you're breeding, and then you're going out and doing like whatever, meeting people.
Yeah, since 2020. So I've been doing this for 6 years now.
And then now aren't you employed by MORPHMARKET now too?
Yeah, going on 2 years employed by MORPHMARKET.
Good for you, bro. You know how many podcasters can say that they've done that?
0.
Yeah, my point. Like, I love watching your content.
Nobody
brother.
doing what the fuck me and Amelia are doing, hands down. Not even a little bit.
Yeah. I've been full time. I've been full time since 2022.
That's good. That's good. How you liking it so far?
I love it. Yeah.
So, what was I gonna say? No, I was gonna ask MJ something, but I forget. All right, I'll just get to the next one then. What would you guys say your biggest loss was then behind the success?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Bar check.
Oof. Damn, you knew that answer quick too.
Hands down. And Forrest. I mean, I've lost multiple good friends in this. Forrest was the first one. But bar check was the one that really was
I actually really I respect that answer. I like that answer because it shows me that you're a people person. That was your answer. Because I said, what as a business was your biggest loss? And you said a person. So it was
because it put me in a dark place. Like I wasn't really there for a while. It took me like a year to really get over Barcheck's passing and to like get back on track. Yeah, it was a lot, dude. Shout out to my wife. She helped me a lot, but there was a lot of times I was just in here watching Barcheck's vlogs, not working, just watching his vlogs, and almost getting myself in a fucking deep state of depression. But that's how I dealt with it. But
I could tell by when you were interviewing Lori how much that interview meant to you, like how excited you were, and like how that was a good opportunity for you after, to be able to talk to her.
Yeah, because you got to, just like yourself, like Barcheck had that impact that he had on you and everyone else. But when
sure.
being in Barcheck's house, having dinner with him and his wife, and then finally flying my wife with me to be with Barcheck and Lori, and to see Lori and Lily hit it off, like that was complete full circle moment for me. You know what I mean?
And you'll never get that again.
I'll get that with Lori still. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I mean. Like the fact that you were able to say that is amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're right. It will never be the same, because Barcheck's what glued us all together. And, me and Lori, we still talk, but yeah, it was rough, man. But also like, it reminded me like why I need to do what I'm doing,
Right. There's not just everybody, dude, who does this has got that kind of passion. I don't care how big of an operation or zoo or reptarium he had. Like the passion the man had was just every video, you know, I'm sure he had things going on behind the scene, but every video he was just, hey guys, today we're gonna da-da-da, you know, just like that you can't get that out of everybody, and that stuff is contagious, man.
Yeah, he
that
was like,
void, that void will never be filled.
Right,
I think
right.
we all lost a chunk of ourselves. You know, I feel for that family. I feel for Lori. I agree. That was our biggest loss. Yeah, I've lost animals. I lost a $10,000 animal once. Things like that. But other than that, I lost friends that were really passionate about this. Not to a death, but they're just not into it no more. And things like that. Like, damn, I wish homie was still into this. You know, stuff like that. But that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I got two more. What? Okay, if you had to start over completely, like with your 20 years experience, what would be the first few steps?
Get an ultrasound.
There we go.
I'm not. How can I say this? I'm not much of a revisionist guy, bro. I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I would have gotten into certain projects earlier. Maybe that's it. But I'm not a revisionist. Huh?
That's still a good answer, though.
Yeah, I'm not a revisionist, bro. I'm not I think everything happens for a reason. I believe in some aspects of fate. I believe timing. I believe you are where you are for a reason, and that's my approach to that.
I like that.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, as deep as this might sound, I just wish I was not so much of an asshole in the beginning. You know, but again, I didn't come into this with friends. I didn't know this was going to turn into what it was. I just wish I was more open-minded to meet people.
Yeah.
But I'm like Emilio too. I don't regret nothing, because meeting Barchek, Miguel, Mark Bailey, Emilio, like these guys helped me with my vision and helped me respect people, how I look at them. And you know, the reason why I'm at where I'm at now is because of my past and how I used to be. But I kind of wish I was a little bit more lax in the beginning, but I was just who I was, man. Like it's hard to say, you know, we all mature in our own ways. And I don't have any regrets, and I love where I'm at right now. Even the way I came up, I love everything about it. But yeah, I just wish you know, there's some people out there I was pretty harsh to. And you know, some people I don't talk to anymore. And it's like Emilio, like they're just, their passion's not in it. But there's still people I wish I would have stayed in touch with, but it's just life. That's life. You know what I mean? And I got such a great group of people around me now. And I'm just really I'm in a really, really good spot. So
yeah, you guys do great. Like at this whole industry is like, you guys are a huge part of it. No matter what anybody says, no matter the amount of shit talkers, kind of like what I was saying earlier, like you could just like, it was a huge, like even when you at Tucson show, dude, you walked over to my booth of all booths and just to meet me, chop it up for a minute, and then walk back, and it was like that made my whole show. Like, oh my, I fanboyed almost, like, you know, oh man, Emilio came over and talked to me. It was cool, and like you guys have that impact on people like myself, smaller breeders below and breeders above. Like you guys are those superstars right now in the game, and you guys are living the dream. Like it's an awesome opportunity just to be on the show right now. I have my own episode, so I appreciate you guys for sure.
That means a lot. But we're just like you. So, you know.
And I'm not even kissing ass, bro. I'm just saying the truth. Like,
yeah.
Be real. Like you guys are there. I mean, 20 years, bro. That I'm only 26, man. You've been doing this since I was a boy, dude. Like, you know what I mean? So the amount of,
you know what I tell people, and MJ as well, we all came in this the same way. And our job and our responsibility, much like Brian did for us, was try to keep us going and grow it. Keep it going, keep the passion going. And that's what we want to do, bro. That's what we want to do. And
that's what we're going to do regardless.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to keep that going. You know, every show I'm at, when I post a little kid with his first snake.
Yeah,
that could have been me, bro.
Yeah,
that could have been you. It could have been MJ. We're going to keep this beautiful, therapeutic, passionate hobby and these amazing animals going. That's it.
And I love the direction you guys take it to, man. You guys do really good at breeding yourselves. And I'm not even a part of all the extra stuff. I would love to be one day, you know, the V unit and all the trap and all that good stuff. But, You know what I mean? Like just you guys having this conversation with me, helping and reflecting me. Every time I've even texted Emilio, he responds so fast. I'm like, dude, I know you're busy, but you still respond to me. You know, that type of like, you guys are real, genuine people. That shit, you know, you can't fake it. You can't. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if we agree to disagree on 17 different genetics. You guys are still in this, you know, very influential in this game, and I look forward to every single Trap Talk episode. So I appreciate it again. Yeah. Thank you guys.
I used to care about what people thought too. Ask MJ, but I'm getting thicker skin.
Oh,
Yeah, that goes out the window.
All right, we good?
Yeah,
that's about it, man.
All right, man. Where can people hit you up at if they want to just kind of look at everything that you have going on? Is Instagram the best place?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook. I'm slacking on YouTube. I would love to put some more stuff out, but I do have a YouTube channel with like a video or two. I saw Stephen Conduit a couple years ago. I went out to Stephen Conduit's house. He invited me out there and let me stay, me and my wife. And that's actually how my wife got pregnant with one of my children was at Steve's house. Sorry, brother, if you're watching, but your beach house was beautiful.
All right, let's wrap this up. All right, guys.
You know.
Ideal Pythons on IG, and hopefully have you back on the show one day, man. But do me a favor, give it up. It's a wrap for Terry, ladies and gentlemen.
Great job, bro.
This guy
Thank
does
you guys.
not
You guys have a
shoot
good night,
blanks.
right?
Okay, he does not shoot blanks. He when he puts it in, he's get a kid. All right, bro.
Hey,
have a good
on
night.
that note, hey, I'm out. All right.
All right, later. What do you think?
He's great, bro. He's a funny guy. He's a hustler, man. He's doing it, bro. He's
26.
doing it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see. Yo, I've never been interviewed on a new breed on the block.
That was cool. It's been a while. It's been a long time since anyone spun the questions on us, but I'm cool with that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now Lily's gonna yell at me because I'm late. But anyways,
Yeah.
All right, guys. Bill Arena Reptiles on IG. Go subscribe. Go be a part of his Patreon. Learn from the best. My dog Big E Top G. But give it up. We're into 2-week vacation, so let my boy go relax with Lisette and have a good time. Wish him a good, safe trip to Alaska. I want pictures, Emilio. You better send me videos.
Yes,
and guys, do me a favor. Give a nice, warm, have a good trip to Big E Top G, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys. Good night.
Later, bro. Have a good night. What an episode. Wow. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Select all. You'll be reminded every episode released at the network. Come join the Trap Talk Patreon family for exclusive content. Just did an awesome new segment surrounding around mental health awareness with my man Socrates. This will be a new monthly segment, and it's already out now on Patreon. So, guys, if you want to see ways how you can level up your life, the quality of living, you don't want to miss this segment, okay? Bridges Out of Misery with Socrates. Episode 1 is now on Patreon. And, of course, there's other amazing episodes that haven't hit YouTube yet, but they're all available on Patreon. So guys, go check them out. And then not to mention, these are coming out very soon. My new Vin Russo podcast that I have on the network. These are not out on the public yet, but they are available on Vin's Patreon, and these will be dropping on the Trap Talk Patreons real soon. But guys, thank you so much for tapping in. Episode 783 in the book. Shout out to Terry, Ideal Pythons. Hit that like button again, guys. Quick word from our sponsors, and I'll see you next time. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZooMed.
ZooMed is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZooMed, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZooMed has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZooMed called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZooMed product. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Mark Bailey Reptiles, my mentor and definitely my favorite ball python breeder we have today. 40 plus years, full-time reptile keeper. He's just been a huge inspiration ever since I met him. And also, if you really want to see what his work is all about, you could just simply go to morphmarket.com, type in Mark Bailey Reptiles, give him a follow. And anybody who has gotten a snake from Mark Bailey Reptiles have been super happy. And that's going for 40 40 plus years. So very honored and very happy to not only call Mark Bailey Reptiles a friend of mine, but also a sponsor of tonight's show. Definitely appreciate your support, Mark Bailey. Definitely look up to everything that you do. Shout out to Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Jersey Guys Balls. Father-son duo who are just slaying it in the ball python game. If you're into Sunset, if you're into Monsoon, if you're into Puzzle, this is the page you should be following on Instagram right now. Jersey Guys Balls are invested in some of the highest and most exciting projects in the ball python game today, such as Tornado and many other genes like Cosmos. So again, make sure you go check them out on Instagram. You can also follow them on YouTube, and definitely go give them a follow on Morph Market. You can find all the links in the description below. And again, thank you so much, Brett, and thank you, John, over at Jersey Guys Balls. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at PRAGUE Morphs, the heaviest hitters out of Europe currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessives such as Puzzle, Hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, and make sure you head over to PRAGUE Morphs right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below, and many more updates with RGI and PRAGUE Morphs to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE Morphs. Cannot wait for many more collaborations. Thank you for all the fellow support. Thank you so much for anyone who watches the Trap Talk Reptile Network. Hit that like button. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, you'll be notified of every new episode dropping here out of the network 7 days a week. And also by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, it pushes this network out to other new keepers coming into the hobby. So by you doing that, it does more than you think. So thank you so much again for all the support. And if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We're doing big things over here, and we really appreciate